Relax your mind. Let your toys be free. You're now rolling with the dudes from the RHP. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Derek B in the place to be. Hanging out with my boys tonight. I got my man EE up in the top right corner, left corner.
I'm about to put you in the cornfield for that little rhyme.
I don't know.
Hey, yo, y'all wasn't ready for that one, was you?
No, I guess not. No,
Nobody was ready for that.
I think that's surprised with you.
I had my earphones turned all the way up and everything.
Yeah, but y'all liked it though, didn't you?
I mean,
sure.
it ain't the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
It had a nice little rhythm. I thought you were going another direction. You went the opposite with it.
But you know, it's all good. It's all good. It's all love. Wakanda forever. What's up, EE?
Good. You know, short week this week. 4 days. You know, got only 3 days next week, and then got a nice long little vacation coming. So yeah,
Bunch of slackers.
No complaints. Yeah. Would you call me a slacker?
No, I said I wish I had a job like that.
Oh.
You could get one.
Yeah, no, I'm not moving up there for it.
I think we got offices in Florida.
Yeah. Imagine what that break room looks like.
Hey, they offer all the same things in all their offices.
Nice.
So, but no, I'm good, man. You know, no complaints. Glad to be here as always. You know?
That's what's up. What's up? I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna go right over here to my man Ricky.
Hey, look, I got down pat. Thank you, Derek. See, look, I got it down. See, Dust got me that little. You saw I got the little hit. That little trick Dust taught me. I got it down pat now, man. I've been practicing.
Not scissors.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's good, Ricky? How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay, man. Long week. Glad to be here hanging out with you guys. It's happy we're here, man. Like we're rolling into it, you know, get the kiddos back next week for Christmas. House is getting ready for it. You know, a bunch of presents came in this week. We'll be wrapping them like nuts, trying to get them hidden before the boys get back here. You know, it's the big one is kind of, you can see the box there underneath the sheet. I had to put a sheet over it because the boys walking here sometime. We bought them a big 50-inch TV to put in their room.
Oh, nice.
So they're gonna bug the fuck out. Like they don't watch this, so I'm not.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you. I was like, yo, if they watch the show,
I let my kids watch the show where I'm like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck. I'm like, hey kids, your dad loves you. No, I don't do all that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna have them, like Kara and I were talking about. We're trying to figure out how to make it happen. And I was gonna sneak into their room. I told her, I was like, you take them into our room and have them act like they're doing something for my gift or something. And I'm gonna go in their room, set the TV up real quick, and then just let them find it when they go in there. And I was like, but what if it has to be, you know, you have to install it and do all this initial setup? And I'm like, fuck, how are we gonna work this? Like, got it. So we'll do Christmas morning like we normally do, rip open all the presents, get all our stuff, clean up, and then you can take them to go get some like hot chocolate at like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or something. And while y'all are gone, I'll set this up. And then when you come back, I'll have another box with just like a picture of the TV in it. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, oh, look, I found another gift while y'all were gone here. Y'all need to open this one too. And then boom, they'll have their TV. Some crazy
stuff. Make them go outside and do yard work.
Oh man, no. like it's crazy. I actually pay somebody else to do that shit, man.
Oh no,
right. It's Christmas. It's open your gifts. Now go outside and clean the yard.
Clean the yard. No, we our first thing we do every year is we go through. They go through their collection of stuff, and anything they haven't messed with in 6 months or more, we get it together and they donate it. And so it keeps them, it teaches them to do something nice for somebody else, and it keeps circulating newer stuff in for them and lets them get reorganized and cleaned up. So we'll be doing that probably first day for everything. So looking forward to it, man. I know I'm jumping a week ahead a little, but I'm excited to get to that because this is a long stretch where I don't have the kids with me.
That's interesting. You're talking about like having them 6 months and that's your cutoff. Like that's just.
Well, it's to me, it's with them because we buy them a lot of stuff. Like they have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Then how do you complete a collection?
Well, actually, my oldest is very much into. He has almost the whole they have, although he's the only one who plays with them and messes with them, they have almost the whole entire main line from like the Warford, like Kingdom and all that. They have almost everything.
Oh,
If he accidentally forgets to mess with one figure, you gotta make a
No,
bloodline.
it's not like that.
Like, it's 6 months. It's gotta go.
Like
Yeah.
how we
first.
do. It's and I don't time them. What I do is I go in there with them and they make piles. They make Gabriel makes his I want to keep these piles. Isaac makes his I want to keep these piles. Then they make the I absolutely get rid of these piles, and then we'll discuss it and like negotiate with each other piles. And they'll get in there with each other, and they'll like the Gabriel have one in the negotiation pile, and he'll be like, I really kind of want to keep this, and I was like, okay, well then I want that one, and they'll trade I try to make it a thing for them to do and have fun with it, but it also
and the rest overs go on Ricky's eBay page. Gotcha.
Yes, I have some stuff for y'all.
That's what it is. That's how you keep the hobby going.
Yeah. So surviving this week, having fun with you guys tonight. Survive next week, have fun with you guys then, and then boom, Christmas. Really looking forward to the time with the kids, man. I love it.
Yep. It's my favorite time of the year. So.
Yeah.
That's what definitely makes the holidays be bright and shiny, and it's just a time to look forward to.
That and LSD.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
It makes it bright and shiny.
Yeah.
You can smell the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a guest tonight. It's the Brinkalizer himself.
Let me get this.
The owner and godfather of the Rock Sheets, Mr. Brian Brink.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
I'm sending you scissors, Brink.
Oh,
we're not doing that again.
He had to do it too, man. I was breaking my wrist trying to get it there.
just sitting here chilling. I got tapped by the coach to come off the bench. I needed a pinch hitter or a relief pitcher or whatever. I'm sitting here drinking my hot water.
Oh, dude, I was like, should I call him on that or should I leave that alone?
Yeah, he's sounding a lot better.
No. Did you hear what the man said? Yeah, he literally
he's sipping on his hot water. Yeah,
that blew my mind when he told us he was doing that. Never heard of that.
Does anybody in the chat drink hot water? Let us
just
know.
a cup of hot water.
Yeah.
Now his reasoning behind it is really smart, and Brian's smart, so you're used to that. But it still caught me off guard when he said he was just drinking a cup of hot water.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to hear the reason?
Yes.
Well, I think our millions of viewers would love to know the reason.
Okay. Well, water's good for you. Okay.
Always.
And this is something that I started doing when the pandemic hit because I was home all the time. And when I'm home, I usually drink a lot of hot beverages, and it's always coffee or tea. But you can't be drinking cup after cup after cup of caffeine and stuff like that. So then I basically tricked my mind out to just get some hot water and drink that. I still kind of get the same effect, especially if I'm already wired from the previous cups of coffee and stuff like that. And it's just another way of tricking myself to drink water.
It's pretty slick. It was pretty slick. But I was mind blown when he first told me he was just drinking a cup of hot water. Like we thought he was drinking tea or something.
But I got this next. That's some good old Miller Lite.
Jeremy, how do you forget to put something in your cup of hot water?
He doesn't say a cup of hot water. He said in it.
Like, how do you forget?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
how do you forget that?
Forget to put in a tea bag, and you've already left the kitchen. You come up, and you're like, well, I guess I'll just drink this. I don't feel like going.
So I'm trying to act grown and be professional on here, and then y'all say stuff like tea bag and forgetting to put stuff in stuff. Y'all just expect me to act like a person. Ridiculous.
Oh,
Yeah, when they make hemp bags, everybody be all over that.
Mike Tyson did it to cut weight. That's interesting.
Oh yeah. Well,
Maybe that's how I maintained my weight over the pandemic. Just drink a hot
Hey, John,
water. Maybe.
I'm not trying to be anything like Mike Tyson. Fuck a hot water then. This is why he bit somebody's ear off. Hot water. Make you do crazy shit.
You know what? Was that what it was, Ricky?
That's what it was. All that hot water went to his brain, made him bite Holyfield's ear off.
Such a shame. So Yeah, we missing two of our cast members
Whoa, whoa,
tonight.
whoa, 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 whoa. First, Derek, how was your week, sir?
Oh, my week was it was pretty
Well, that was a
cool,
bit over dramatic, but
Yeah, my bad. I forgot. We got to flow. My week was good. It was an interesting work week. Had some personal things to deal with that I wasn't too happy with, but still got through it, and it was. I mean, it was a good walk this week. Looking forward to some events this weekend. That right now is just the start of my weekend. You know what I mean? Um, you know, Getting together with my dudes, talking it up, chopping it up, and then, continuing that flow through the weekend. And, hey, I'm, looking forward to it. But yeah, my week was actually pretty cool, you know. Um, yeah, I went into the office once this week and, to take care of some things. And then, after that, for smooth sailing. So
I went
yeah,
into
it was a very,
office.
it was a very nice and productive week for me.
I went in twice this
Nice.
month. That was
Oh yeah,
that was rough.
yeah, yeah. Had to
My
hit the
week is
concrete jungle, huh?
eh, my week is pretty productive, even though I was on vacation. I don't know if y'all listened to Monday, but I had that meeting on Tuesday. It didn't happen.
Mm.
So yeah, it's got rescheduled for next week. So we'll see.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah. But other than I got all my presents done and wrapped. The ones that need to be shipped are shipped, and I'm ready for the weekend.
I'm about
Nice.
so I'm about 92% done with wrapping. It's just a bunch of little things like the little. Because I'll wrap the stocking stuffers and stuff. Like I'll wrap each little stocking thing, and I
Hmm.
just haven't done that because they're just hard and aggravating to wrap. Like little blind, you know, Derek. You said about the LOL dolls and stuff. How they make the blind
Hmm.
ball, and I got to
Yeah.
wrap those circular balls and put like two of them in her stocking, and the little
Yeah.
Hatchimal eggs, and it's just a pain in the ass. And I just was like, yeah, when I did the wrapping like 2 weeks ago, the bulk of it all, I was like, yeah, I'm not in the mood for this tonight.
Yeah. But when Sean bought my niece's LOL dolls, we got like the gift sets and they all came in like the
Yeah.
large box. So, because wrapping them in the eggs would kind of give it away. It's like, she gonna know what it is. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'd rather get the big gift sets. And man, I'm telling you, I don't know how if you're a LOL collector, I don't know how that's going to end because it's like, when you think that's it, what you see in the store or but it's a whole lot more stuff out there that you don't know about that Target has certain sets. It's like Transformers almost, like the your Hasbro stuff. You got Target has certain stuff, Walmart has certain stuff, but and it's hard keeping track of that when you're not into that.
Yeah.
So you got to really just chop it up with the person that know you're going to get it for. Like my niece, for example, like, yo, who you like now? Who you into and all that type of stuff. You got to remember the names. You got to remember
So,
the things that they got.
like I don't. She likes the LOL. She likes the Monster High, the Rainbow High, the Shadow
Hmm.
High, the Barbie, all
Hmm.
that shit. All
Hmm.
I do is keep up with what she already has. I don't
Gotcha.
keep up with everything that's new. Because there's so many on the fucking shelves all year long.
Hmm.
It's just like you know, birthday comes around, she wants an LOL doll.
I want to
You
correct
go
Tyler and
in.
say there ain't four men talking about it. There's two grown ass men talking about it.
Yo,
Anyway,
I
E.
have two
we're
boys. I don't
talking,
know nothing about this
whatever.
problem.
Yo, we're talking about Christmas shopping for the kids.
Right. Now,
It's
E, are you the only one that buys that for her, or do you have other relatives that get her that stuff
they'll
too?
ask when they'll ask like what do the kids want for Christmas this year?
Hmm.
Like my son's already asking for money. He got his first
Of
bank
course.
account, and now he just wants everybody to
Oh
give him
yeah.
money.
Now he's
So
trying
He's
to.
saving
he
up
just
for
wants
that
money, money,
first
money, money.
tattoo.
Yeah.
Save it exactly. Save it up for the
Yeah.
first tattoo. With her, it depends on what I've already purchased, and then I'm
Okay.
like, hey, she did ask for Barbie, she did ask for LOL. Just do me a favor, whatever you do, send me a picture of it first to make sure we don't already buy it.
Right. Gotcha.
Because this is the drawback of being a collector myself, but the positive for the kids. I go overboard. I know that feeling, so I like, oh, grab this, oh, we gotta grab this, we gotta grab this, and my wife is like, you got too much. No, 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 it's only September. I got cool. I got months more to do shopping.
Right,
You
right.
know,
Carol will break down minutes. Like if I'm in the store, I'll like stick my head down the aisle and look at the Transformers for the boys for the mainline stuff, and I'm like, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, looking to see which ones they don't have. She'll be like, "It has been 32 days and 17 minutes since Isaac has touched a Transformer. It has been 18 hours and 4 minutes since Gabriel's." I'm like, "Dude, you need to
doesn't
relax. I
matter.
don't care."
That's why they need
Doesn't matter.
more. They
It
need
doesn't
more
matter.
ones.
Exactly.
That's why
It
they're
doesn't
bored with these. We
matter.
got to get them more.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
Wait till
very,
wait till I introduce them to Siege smash ups. Gabriel's gonna lose his damn mind. He'll love
you
to
know,
do that
we're,
stuff.
you know, me and my wife are very different. You know, she's like, she tells me every year I go overboard, and if it was, I would do even more if I could. If she wasn't sitting there telling me, "All right, enough is enough, enough is enough, enough is enough," um, I'll just keep going. I'll just keep going. I'm like, yo, it's Christmas Eve. Toy stores are open. I could go right now. I know I can find some more shit
I can
throw on the
find
tree
something.
that they'll never touch. You know, and then, let's be honest. It gets to a point where you're just buying shit. Even and I've done it for, being a parent for years and all this stuff. I bought shit that was a waste of money. My kids never touched it. I thought it might
Yeah.
have been cool, but just oh, this is cool. Throw it on the tree. Oh, this is cool. Throw it on the tree. Oh, this is cool. Throw it on the tree.
Yeah.
Next thing I
Yeah.
know, it's like, oh my god.
So I've got little nieces and nephews now. Now, fortunately, they're like, one's one, another one's like just over two. Well, two are in the like 1 to 2 range.
Mhm.
One's over two, and then the other one is 4, just over 4 years old. And it's like I'm going through, and I'm like, I don't know what to fucking get these people, but I could buy all of this. But it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
then you got to realize there's like all the grandmas that are getting them toys, and like we all shop at Target, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure we might end up with some duplicates. I saw some stuff on the shelves that I got them last year still, and I wanted to get my 4-year-old nephew some Transformers, but there were no rescue bots in sight. I have a feeling those are hot Christmas gifts, so they probably go early.
Yep.
There was some like Cyberverse stuff, but it was like age 6 plus, and I looked at the back, and it's like, 15 steps of transformation. I'm like, he's not going to be able to do this.
And teach us
Unless he's a
how-
genius. So
Get some masterpiece. So masterpiece right off the bat.
Oh, right, right. Well, I got plenty. I could probably just fucking hand me downs.
Yeah. And Tyler,
Here's a bad cube Sunstreaker. Good luck with that, buddy. Actually, I got a bad cube Warpath. Yeah,
it's
they'll
funny
send him
you
home
said
crying
that,
in bed.
Tyler, because my oldest now just wanted money and gift cards and sneakers.
That's all I give my kids, my older kids. Yeah.
Well, he's 13 going on 14. The toys are beyond him now, So and it's he wants to do Call of Duty game, and he's already got his new gaming computer. He wanted a new mouse for it, a new gaming keyboard. So we got all that.
Yeah.
He's got a birthday coming up in February.
Just be careful. He starts asking you for haptic gloves and stuff. Remember, he's still a teenage boy, and you give him access to the internet. Don't fall for that shit, dude. He's not playing.
Right.
Look. Let's be honest. Most of these kids have had access to the internet since they were like 2, watching YouTube these days, and these kids watching this stuff. So it's not like when we were kids.
Yep.
It's not like when we were kids. They don't play with toys like they used to.
Yeah. But like Dormammu said, I'm sorry. Go ahead, right?
What did Dormammu say?
He said the new Earthspark stuff is the new rescue bots.
Yeah, maybe I should have looked for that. But I tell you, man, if I was a parent not in a toy game like us, and I walked down those aisles looking for things, I really would be lost.
It is very overwhelming.
I used to listen to RFC way back when I got back into this all this collecting, and Headmaster Don. I don't know if you guys ever known him, but he's the nicest guy. I think he works at Walmart, and he would be like, "Look, it's Christmas time," because it would be a Christmas time. Like, hey, what do you do? He's like, if you're down an aisle hunting for toys and you see a parent that's lost, like, walk up to them and ask them some questions. Be like, hey, what's your kid looking for? What are you looking for? Because you can help them buy the right thing, as opposed to like they go to a wall of Optimus Primes and Bumblebees. Like, I don't know which one to get, kind of stuff. So I didn't have that opportunity to do that, but man. For the first time ever, though, I saw all the Black Series and all the Marvel Legends like on a Target shelf. I was like, wow, I've never seen it this full. Of course, I never hardly go to Target. But then I was also looking, I was like, Yeah, but 2 weeks ago I was getting that for half off on Hasbro Pulse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I did want to say I went to a local toy show about a month or so ago, and someone had old wooden puzzles of like Sesame Street, and then there's this one. I should probably should have took a picture of it, but it's like 5 pieces, and it's just like this brown puppy dog. I don't know if you remember there
Yeah.
the puzzles. The pieces are all made of wood. They're very thin pieces and stuff. So I'm
Okay.
happy to gift those to my little little nieces and
Don't worry.
nephews.
Okay.
Bring
That'll be
in about
cool.
3-4 years, your nieces, when they're asking about the LOL and Shadow High and all that stuff and Barbie, you know who you could turn to and ask questions.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
sounds good.
Yeah, it'd be EE because I just go by, what
Yeah, she's
she
only
has.
5, so and I
Yeah.
still got a few more years of the toys and stuff for Christmas, and then I'm gonna be really sad that
Yeah.
first year where it's like, wow, I haven't had to buy, I don't have to buy a toy. I can't
Right.
remember not having to do this.
I don't know. I think once they get a little bit older, I think for me, I'm just gonna take the easy road, and I'm gonna be known as the Lego uncle because I think I can't
Mm.
go wrong there.
You would
Nope.
think. Now I can't remember your your
You would.
your
It wouldn't.
your nephews and nieces. Are they from the same parent? Like, are they cousins to each other? Like, are they
Yeah, they're all
multiple
cousins.
kids?
They're all related.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay, 'cause the reason why I ask that is because like my oldest loves Legos and my youngest loves Legos, but they love them different. Gabriel wants to
Mm.
follow the instructions, build the thing that's in the book, and put it on a shelf somewhere. Isaac wants to shred it into little tiny pieces and build random crazy crap to
Mm.
the point that Gabriel gave up on Legos. Like he will not touch them anymore because every time he builds something, Isaac would just take it apart and build crazy crap with it.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it depends if they have siblings and how their siblings are going to act towards it, and
Yeah.
yada yada, etc.
Well,
See,
my
I
my
wasn't a big Lego kid at
yeah.
all.
Oh, I loved it,
I
dude.
I'm
didn't.
gonna I'm gonna make them Lego maniacs.
Make
I
Legos.
them
got a
Lego
while. I got a
maniacs.
while before this occurs, but
Well,
fortunate.
they got something called Duplo,
Yeah, I
Brandon.
was gonna say
Lego
you start with the
Duplo.
big ass
I
blocks.
I
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
bought
There you go. That's
I
how you
bought
start them.
some of those big ones for my two
And
year
there's
old
Mega
nephew.
Blocks too.
Yep.
Just to get you,
But
the playing. They make the big Mega Block
but
stuff.
my nephew that's 4 years old now. I think it was 2 Christmases ago. My sister's like, I've been looking at these magnetiles. Like they have them at Target. I understand they come in different shapes. They're translucent, like those bots. And they stick together, dude. You can build crazy stuff. And to be honest, when she asked me to get them for him, I was like, dude, I think he's too young for these. She's like, no, no, he's not. And dude, come Christmas morning, she was playing with them, not him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but the thing is on my in my sister's household, she's got a 1 year old and a 4 year old. So I was like, some of the toys, I'd be like, all right, these could be for him, but dude, if he leaves this line around, that little one might get it. And I was like, so
Yeah.
I played it safe, got him some like helicopters and trucks that have winches and shit in it. I
Have
always
any of
liked
y'all
that stuff as a
stepped on the
kid.
little Lego pieces in the middle of the night?
Dude, I
No.
think
I've heard
anybody,
about that
everybody.
story,
Oh
but
my
I've
god,
dude, no,
It's
I've
another
never stepped
level.
on a
they
Lego.
hurt.
But with
They
kids,
hurt.
it
Yeah.
you'll find out how smart they're really going to be or really are when you put some Legos in front of them, and you'll find out, and you also find out what type of person they're going to grow to be. When you put Legos in front of them too, you'd be amazed what you find out. To Ricky's point, because my son is heavy into Legos, but he's heavy into getting them, building them, and putting the sets together and so forth. And he does Lego stop motion videos too.
Well,
So he is really invested in his Lego collection, if you will. So yeah, that's a really interesting thing to look for when it comes to small kids. You know. So yeah, you got a CEO and a rebel on your hands, Ricky. Yeah,
What?
because those two, your boys, when you was talking about what they do with their Legos, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
You got a future CEO and a future rebel in
Well,
your life.
they
Yeah.
but it's he still builds stuff with them. It's just not he doesn't want to follow the instructions. Like
Hmm.
you'll
That's
build a
the
castle
rebel.
to the instructions. He'll build
Hmm.
a castle too. It'll be multicolored bricks and shaped different than what you saw. But
Okay.
it's interesting is they both were tested for advanced classes.
Okay.
And that's actually one of the things they do during testing is they give them like a batch of like I think they're knockoffs, but like Legos, and just to see what their hand-eye coordination is, to see what their imagination levels are. And they do color coordination. They do a bunch of different testing, all involving Lego now. And I was like, that's pretty nuts, man. I wish I'd known that when I was a kid. I probably could have been gifted classes.
Yeah.
Play with Legos and get gifted classes. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's up. All right. I guess we're done with the banter, but real quick, like I was saying before, we're missing two cast members. They're not here tonight, but they're always with us no matter what. I'm sure they're probably watching right now too. Shout out to Wolfie and Gort. You know, we miss you. We'll see you next week. And just to give y'all a heads up, next week we are going to have another Realmhattan Project show next week as well. All right. And then after that, we'll do a rock hangout. But yeah, you're going to get us back to back. 2 weeks.
Merry Christmas, bitches.
Yes. The gift that keeps on giving, So you'll see us all. Hopefully you'll see us all next week. All right. Because we're going to have a good one for you next week as well. Today we got a nice one for you, but we got a little something that we normally do first before we get the main topic really started. And that is the Collector's Showcase.
It's time for the Collector's Showcase.
Never change, Eric. I love you so much. I love that. Never ever change. Like every single time, it makes me smile till my face hurts. Every time.
That thing is horrible, man.
No, it's amazing.
And every time when I try to do the whistle, I'm too busy laughing and I can't do the whistle. I'm like,
he made the thing dance. Like he just went all out. Like it kills me, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah. That's what's up. Hey, that's gonna last.
And ironically
forever.
enough,
that's never gonna get old either.
I'm just gonna change it and not tell them about it.
No, I know too many people that have keys to the back door. I'm gonna kick them out.
Yo, EE.
Yeah. So, all right, hold on. So, you guys can see me now. I think this is right.
Full screen that joint, man.
Hold on. I thought I did. I was not going full screen. I don't know. I don't care.
Okay, well, the other way.
I got you, buddy.
All right. That's right. We got two people with the keys. That's what's up.
Ooh.
There he is. All right. EE, what you got for us this week?
Quick little story. Originally Wolf was supposed to do our showcase today. When he realized he couldn't make it,
Cold feet.
it put me next in line. I had something else in mind. Then I went out to my local comic book shop, just because I wasn't doing nothing all day, and I want to buy something, and it totally changed my idea for the showcase. So what I was able to buy, and I'll tell you guys a story around this too. I was able to buy today was a vintage G.I. Joe Snowcat.
Dude, that thing was minty,
like pristine.
So all right. I'm in the shop, right? I'm walking around. He had two, right? He had this one. He had another one that was broken. He didn't. I think he had the labels mixed up on them, right? So I asked him to see this one. Like this thing has no yellowing on it whatsoever. It is about 99% complete. If you look around, most snowcats are missing the windshield wiper, which this one is.
Yeah.
But it's so you can find on eBay for $10.
Mm-hmm.
And the second problem with these snowcats are these clips always broken. This one,
perfect working clips.
No, the clips are not broken. This piece alone, unbroken, you can find it goes on eBay for about $40, right? We got all the missiles now, and you open it up. You got
And my man Frostbite.
You got
Get him
Frostbite.
in close. Yeah, get him in close so we can get a good look at that O face he got.
So you got Frostbite. This dude has no paint blemishes anywhere at all. No paint chipping. No anywhere
His
on it.
beard is like pristine. Usually the face sculpt
Yeah.
and like the chest, you'll see rubbing and stuff. Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
still-
joints
it's-
tight too. Still
it's-
tight.
it's
It's
tight.
not loose.
So
Nope.
the O-ring is still Owen.
Yes. we got his gun,
Nice.
which I didn't even know because it was inside. Oh wait, and there's more. Got the file card.
All right.
Is that the one
And-
he's supposed to have skis and stuff? Or is
No,
that
that's
the other
no
one?
job. That's no
Snow
job. Yeah.
Instruction booklet.
Nice. So everything but the box, pretty much.
So for everything but the box and the windshield wiper. So I asked the guy how much he was asking for it. He goes on YouTube, right? I mean, he goes on his phone. I'm like, oh, this dude's gonna go to eBay. You know, like this thing is not broken. It's just missing the one little piece that you can get for about $10. Tell me $25.
What?
Mhm.
Did you say $25?
$25.
For
What?
that thing in that condition, that's nuts. You know, what you should have done is went back and looked at the other broken one to see if the windshield wiper was on there and just pop it off and take it.
No. I didn't know that, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy it.
He got out of there before he realized which one it was.
Exactly. I think they had them mislabeled.
Yeah.
So did you give a kid like a half hour earlier? You give a kid $5, go in there and be like, hey, I need you to switch some tags on some things.
No, these are actually he has them locked behind a glass case, so you can't touch them. They have to come out, open the case. Now besides the story on how I got it today, this was my as a child. This was one, if not my favorite vehicle from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
After He-Man, G.I. Joe was probably my second biggest collection of toys.
Mm.
You know, I remember I got this for my birthday, but just being so excited when I saw it, when I got it. Looking at these instruction booklets, it was a real throwback.
Oh
Because
yeah.
if you look at them, and I remember you had to build them.
You put the labels on.
No, but I had a lot of pieces
Like,
put snap together.
It's pretty extensive how much you had to build on these, and I was like, damn, I forgot about that. And then in the back, it shows you where you put all the stickers on.
Mhm.
Now, the person who originally owned this, I don't know what was wrong with them, but some of these stickers are pretty fucking crooked.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna buy a repro set from Toy Hacks.
They had a lazy eye.
And
Toy Hacks has some for.
they
Joe?
have, yes, Toy Hacks has one for us. They do have the Snowcat one. They have a lot on there.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna buy it, gently remove these stickers, and reapply most of them, not all of them.
Okay.
But like when I saw this and I saw how clean it was, there's no yellowing, how white it was.
Right.
I was expecting I've seen these on eBay, $75, $80 in this condition.
Mm-hmm. I would have paid over 100 for that, for real. If he had asked for it, because it's that clean.
I almost didn't ask for it because I figured, I'm not in the market for this today. But let me just find out and ask. And it's if you guys have been hearing me talk for the last couple months, I know Brink has been on Hangouts with me where I've talked about wanting to get a vintage Snowcat.
Mm-hmm.
And praying that one of the HasLabs we get will be a classified Snowcat. So, but the whole waiting and looking and going on eBay and just waiting for that right price. I'm glad as patient as it was, because I would have spent a lot more. I mean, I got lucky with this one, but this is probably going to be one of my favorite things that I own at this point. The year I got this for Christmas, for my birthday, my mom was like, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I was like, "I want G.I. Joe." She goes, "What G.I. Joe?" I said, "Just G.I. Joe. I don't want anything else but G.I. Joes."
Gotcha.
So that birthday was my G.I. Joe birthday. It was every toy that I got for my birthday from them was a GI Joe toy.
Nice. That's what's up.
Bunch of figures, a couple vehicles, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid, I'm trying to put Frostbite back in here, and he's gonna stay in here because I don't
You're
want
gonna
to
be the
lose
first
anything.
person to put the first scratch on them.
Yeah, no, I would be the one to
Dude, man, when
break
you
it.
got them and Eric gonna put a scratch on the show, you're like, God damn it!
So, E, I'm not gonna ask you what vehicle you're gonna get next, but I am gonna ask you.
His tank.
I am gonna ask you, are you gonna go looking for any vintage Joes to like, that thing's got peg holes for feet. You got any
Holds
dudes
10.
you want to
Holds
get to
10.
hang off the side,
It
stuff
holds
like
10.
that?
It holds 10.
Do it.
I have an idea that where I want to do like a very small show, right? The
I remember
Snowcat
saying that
was
once about a transformer. I just want a little
yeah,
small
I
little
remember my
Transformers.
original Transformer idea too, which is what got me into this 4 or 5 years later. But like the vintage shelf, I wanted the Snowcat. I wanted a mint on card He-Man and Skeletor,
Mhm.
and a man from the Prime, right? Those are the ones that I would want vintage wise.
So you have a shelf of like your childhood.
Will this GI Joe thing expand? I hope not. I don't need another rabbit hole. But I'm not gonna lie to you and not tell you I wasn't on YoJo.com when I came home or on eBay when I came home looking at other shit.
Oh, okay. Man,
yes.
So
that's what's up.
Do it.
I was looking at
Hey, I wonder if Bumblebee has GI Joes.
I don't know. I was looking at the machine. I was looking at moccasin. I was like, oh god, here we go.
The 25th anniversary ones aren't too out of scale, so you already got
So
the one dude that'll fit in
that
the
was a
cockpit, so you can
question
get
that I've been meaning that I need to find out
yeah.
who has both because I do know the 25th anniversary is a little bit bigger than the originals, but if they fit in any of the vintage vehicles, I have no
Well,
idea.
I did buy a Thunder Machine and got the Dreadnoks a few years ago. Um, that's an interesting story, but I did end up getting like a G1 monkey wrench for the lack of a better term, and he fit in the Thunder Machine, whereas the 25th anniversary ones, they kind of fit, but not really as good. But
Yeah,
the peg holes and stuff on their feet, they can hang off the side and things. That's what I was kind
gotcha.
of getting at.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was looking at some of the 20th anniversary figures also. If I was to do a vintage Joe thing, there would maybe be one or two vehicles I'd want, and maybe like literally a handful of characters, like 5 or 6, not that many. Um, one of the main ones would be Big Boa. I know he's a little obscure, but he was also one of my favorites. A bat, the Snake Eyes, Armored Cobra Commander, Lifeline, Deep Six,
So
version
just
2.
real quick interruption here. You went from I want a
Down.
Snowcat with like 2 guys.
Down the
You just
rabbit
listed
hole.
like
Yep.
30 characters. You're done. He's going for a G1 collection, y'all. We're gonna
Oh
watch
God,
it
I
happen.
hope not. Let's hope.
Right. Yo, can you?
A complete G1 collection. He wants the Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander, mint on card.
No.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Barely.
Okay. Yeah,
You're messing with stuff.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what I get for messing with stuff. Anyway. But yo, EE, thanks for that, man.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I got to share it. Those of who have been on these hangouts, on the hangouts after, have heard me talk about a Snowcat more than once over the last 6-7 months. So maybe they could.
Soundwave.
Maybe it's they get tired. They don't have to hear me talk about it anymore. Like, just fucking buy it already.
It's not, but you see,
Oh, no, you still
that's the
gonna
thing
talk
is,
about it.
not only are we like, besides the fact that we're all friends with each other, we're all collectors too. So we all completely 1000% understand that we lock onto that one thing, we put our target on it, we want it,
Yep.
talk about it incessantly, and then we know that that rush of finally putting our hands on it and having it in the collection. So I don't think it's an annoyance thing. It's more of a fuck. What's my Snowcat? I want to talk about something. I want. What am I supposed to be out looking for right now? Like,
And
so
don't,
I don't.
don't
I wouldn't
mama,
take it that way.
there will never be a defiant or a flag in my home.
No, no, he didn't
And
say defiant. Don't let him slide away.
I
This
know what he.
motherfucker said the
Don't
space
mama,
shuttle like he's
I
not
know
a
what you
fucking
meant.
nerd over there. No,
I
I
would
called him on it. Don't
like
let him slide on that. Fuck you,
those
Dormammu.
items
The
are
defiant.
just way. If you see that I ever bought a vintage Defiant or flag, automatically assume I won the lotto and I didn't tell nobody.
Right.
Because those things are just very like that. Defiant is thousands of dollars. The flag goes for crazy money. And don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, um, a, a grail for me would be the flag.
Yeah.
Even if I don't collect, even if I didn't collect any order and stuff, if I had the money in the space, I would have found a way to get a flag. But that's one of
Mhm.
the few. That's one of the few things that I really, really wanted as a kid, and my parents were like, "We just can't do it. It's just too big."
But
Yeah.
that's see that's one thing you brought it up. We all bring it up with each other that it's the one thing I wanted as a kid, or it's the one thing I had as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice now to be, we were joking about it earlier. It's nice now to be 40-year-old grown ass men to be able to go get these things that we.
Well,
What do you
I
have?
still
What do
can't
you
go
have
get a
that?
fucking flag.
Yeah. But I'm saying,
That's
what do
just
you
a bit
have
much.
that's gonna take up the closet? You know what I mean? You have that
Yeah.
coming
Yep.
because you loved it. You see what I'm saying? I love that we get to do that now. It's a
Yeah.
struggle sometimes and yada yada, but it's really fun to actually like get that hit when we finally get it. Like, oh man, my mom struggled and she wasn't able to do this, but now here I am with it. Ha. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's why I got an oversized Thunder tank coming.
We're nostalgia
Yeah. Right.
collectors.
Right.
That's what I was
Right.
talking about. I just wasn't trying to throw you out there like that. That's why I said the closet
Yeah,
for
yeah.
getting. That's what I meant.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's very good stuff. So, hey, appreciate that, EE. Appreciate you
Yeah,
sharing
no
that.
doubt, no
And
doubt.
that was a really cool find.
Yeah.
You,
I'm
you
low
don't
key
you don't
jealous.
you don't get to, find good stuff like that for that good of a deal, man. I'm telling you, you got a hell of a deal off of that, man. But it
Yeah, I
goes
know.
to
Yeah, I can't
I
complain
think
about the
I think
price
there
at
was
all.
reach arounds and all kinds of stuff he's leaving off that fucking $25, man.
Wow.
My
Okay.
knees
No
hurt,
way
right?
in
My
hell.
knees are hurting. Like my knees are really hurting.
My knees might be hurting, but I got this here snowcat.
All right.
Speaking of scissoring,
Yeah, right. But but in general, when it comes
yes,
to
John.
that type of collecting, you have to come to realize that at some point in your life, when is this going to come to an end? Okay. When is it going to be the day where you decide, okay, this is I'm good to go, I'm all set, and now I need to, you know, I need to think about other things. So it brings us to the topic of the topic of tonight. So what in Chat Squad, how long do you plan on staying in the game of collecting? Okay. What is your goal? How long do you plan on doing this? What is it that's gonna take you that's gonna bring you to the point where you know what? I'm either done or pause, wait, and then go back into it. How long do you plan on doing this? What's your end game? Okay. Let's talk about that.
Mine was phase 3.
Phase 3.
That was my end game.
See, that
You talking about the
is
MCU?
kind of clever.
We're not talking about that end game. We're not
We're
talking
talking about
the
that
MCU
end
right
game. No.
I was waiting. I was like, is he not going to say fucking end game? I was waiting for that. You were going through that whole spiel. I was like, he's going to be all the way around the bush on this. I've been holding on to that little nugget for a minute.
Oh my goodness. What were you saying, EE?
No, I was just telling Ricky that he's a dumbass.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, okay.
Oh, I see you've been talking to my mom again.
So, Brink, what's your end game? When is it going to be done for you?
He has a whole entire candy shop.
Dude, it's it's crazy. I actually, I'm borderline hoarding this stuff now. It's like
Oh, yeah.
I have so much stuff. and every time I think I'm done, there's something new that comes. Like, for instance, I mean, my Transformers, I'm very, very comfortable, right? At
Mm-hmm.
this point, I'm just buying fans toys that come in for the most part. However, I did get this Black Friday deal on this teal cliff jumper. This thing is
Oh
painted
wow.
to the nines and looks fantastic.
Is that
Um,
the MMC Toro?
it's the X Transbots one.
That's Transbox one.
Yep.
Can we see that
And
again?
oh yeah, sure. There he is. Like,
Oh, you got
Oh
him in.
yeah.
You
yeah,
got him in.
in pictures, he's got
Mm. It's like
this
that's
isn't
the
show and
teal one,
tell, but
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
in
This
in
is
pictures it
still.
looks like they Keith has been notorious for not having the right shades on all the pieces of plastic, and it looks
I
like
don't know why I say
came out
MMC,
of a
but
body
yeah.
shop. But this thing
Yeah.
looks is perfect in person. But anyway, uh, and yeah, but for example, it's like I pretty much completed my Transformers. I'm not really a Joe guy, but these figures, I like messing with the figures. They're fun. I get caught up in hype. I have a His tank coming. I have a Sky Striker
Mm-hmm.
coming. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why?
Yeah. I
Though
don't know why you
I
got
think
that
I
Sky
think I'm
I
in
Striker.
might
the.
have moved that for you
Huh?
too, Brent.
Thanks, Ricky. I appreciate that. But I've pretty much completed like all the lines that I was nostalgic for as a kid. I do have like my childhood mask collection that I've added a few pieces to, but um but there's a couple more things that just keep getting me. And one of these mythics, I can't seem to quit the mythics, even though I have enough that I really, it's I think I'm gonna have to make a hard choice there. But then they had cosmics. I love the cosmic
Mm.
stuff. Um, but like this one this year, right,
Mm-hmm.
is these little Star Wars ships.
Mm.
So it's like
Every time they think I'm out,
You're
they
out.
pull
oh
me
They
man,
back
pull
in.
you right
freaking
back in. Yep.
yeah, like the Star Wars, the Lucas film or Lucas whatever, whoever owns it, Disney, they're like, we've seen Brian scale back on his Star Wars collecting.
They
You
watch
know,
your credit card receipts.
he's gotten a break. I mean, Figure Arts has cooled their jets and they stopped putting stuff out, so he's not getting anything that way.
Uh-huh.
We can tell that he's really getting kind of not happy with the Black Series stuff, but deep down they're like, you know what though? I bet he likes those ships. I bet he does.
Yeah.
And they're right. I
Mm-hmm.
do. I do like the ships. And and then me being the personality that I am, it's like, oh, I'm not just gonna get the ones that I'm like really interested in. It turns out I'm interested in all of them.
Yeah.
Because there's things like this one. Like my friend had this as a kid. I never had this as a kid,
Okay.
but like this like troop
That's a
transport, like
transport shuttle. Yeah.
dude, it's got some lore to it. It was never in the movies,
Yeah.
but it was on the shelves, right? So
Okay.
people were like, well, what is this? Whatever. And, some kids got it. Some kids are like, nah, I don't want that. But now we see it showing up in Mandalorian and other things.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and I don't know. This Scarlet Head infatuation that I have is giving me a reason to buy cheap Marvel Legends just to do head swaps. It's
Okay.
crazy. It's like,
Wow.
so I don't know. I'm inventing reasons to just keep buying toys, but I don't have a place to put them all.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, I am going to make a very vested effort to not buy any main retail stuff this year until it's on sale.
Gotcha.
And I figure that'll help curb my, I can set some boundaries for myself. And if I find myself getting like, I want it, like, no, you made a rule. It's an easy rule to follow because based on recent history, I know that I can get this stuff on sale when the holidays hit.
But how
Yeah.
hard is that fight going to be for that instant gratification of being able to put your
Well,
hands on
Mm-hmm.
it?
I don't
Like,
Yeah.
it's
know.
fine to say online, not pre-order or not buy something that's going to take 2-3 weeks or months to get to you. But you walk into Walmart, you walk into Target, you see it sitting right there. How's that fight go?
Yeah, well, fortunately, I don't shop big box or retail, so I'm not really gonna have that kind of urge. The only time it's gonna show up is when I hang out with you guys, and we're like, let's go look in Target. And I'm like, all right, I'll probably get something. And then the toy shows, I can't leave empty-handed from a toy show. I gotta buy something.
That's
Yeah.
sacrilege to
Right.
walk out of
I
there
know.
Yeah.
empty-handed.
I feel that same way
I
because
have
every time I
actually
do a
walked.
show, even with NJCC when we were there, I was like, I don't. I know we're selling stuff, but I gotta leave with something.
Yeah,
Except the shit I didn't sell, I still gotta, leave with something.
right.
So yeah.
I've walked
What was
out of gift
any?
shows in candy before. Very rarely,
Mm.
very, very rarely. And it's just a bad feeling almost. Like, why did I come? you that's one of the reasons why at the last two Zolocons, the only time I've ever purchased a Mythic Legion was because there was nothing else to buy there, and I had to buy something.
Yeah.
So like, all right, let me try again to see if I can get into Mythics, and they're all gone. They always want them getting sold right away. It's like, yeah, it's just I just can't keep up with this line. It's just too much, too many figures. There's too much stuff that you missed. Prices are sky high for a lot of that stuff. I'm not much of a customizer and a figure painter either. It's like I need to just avoid this rabbit hole like the plague because that mythic thing can just take over when
Yeah.
you see what they're doing, and then you got all these other companies making custom parts, and it becomes insane.
Yeah. And the other thing too, I do like to complete, have somewhat complete collections, right? So,
Hmm.
obviously as a kid, I mean, I never had the opportunity to have complete collections of anything.
Yeah,
But I was able to do like core cast, like I got Leia from Empire Strikes Back, Han
Hmm.
from Star Wars, and Luke from Return of the Jedi, type stuff.
yeah.
But it's like I think I'm done now with the, you know, wave to wave to complete a collection. Nowadays I'm seeing. I mean, I did just recently complete that Beat Source Transformers, but
Hmm.
like the NECA Gargoyles. I'm basically mostly in on them on hype. Plus, they look really, really cool.
Yeah, they do.
But it's like, do I really need a Gargoyles collection? No, but NECA's making it very easy. They're like, we're making
Yes.
all of them, so just sit
Yeah.
tight. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Hmm.
all right, this is like really easy to do.
Yeah.
I'm not chasing down any vintage stuff to complete a collection, which sometimes I feel like I'm missing out on the fun of that, but I'm also not missing out on the
And
stress
not
of
the
it.
yeah, the stress and the
Yeah,
freaking acid reflux you get trying to chase down G1
yeah.
stuff. Ugh,
and
Yeah.
ulcers.
and also too, like the masterpiece Transformers. I mean, that was really really kind of fun in the beginning. It was very
Yeah.
exciting. But now that it's done, like I'm very thankful that I don't have to, go hunting for some of that stuff. And
Fighting for pre-orders
for
and
people collecting that line now, I would just like, look, man, just sit tight because it really does look like Fansoys and X Transbots are gonna complete this for you. Like
Mhm.
they're gonna go back
Mhm.
and make the ones that are old and remake them. It looks like, and that's why I like collecting Transformers. That's why I got these translucent ones because
Hmm.
one company's making them. I was like, I'll just get them when they come,
Oh, and
and
great
that's it.
picture that you just posted in the group too, man. I like that. That
Yeah,
was a good one.
yeah.
The candy
So
one.
I've
That
been
was a
I've
good
been wanting
picture.
to do that all week when I'm on
Oh.
vacation. But
Mhm.
Gargoyles was a hard. That was a hard decision for me not to, like. I was able to not do it, but I had that same thing. They look so good. I enjoyed the show, but do I really need a Gargoyles collection?
I had to fight the all in urge on gargoyles.
And
Like I'm having to,
even just that core cast, you know, the big, the wingspans are huge, and not it was just so much that I was like,
gorgeous.
I
yeah, but it's like,
passed.
and for me again, the end game is I could be done now. Like I really really could, And then I look at other people who it's like I know this as a kid. I collect toys. I'm gonna have a representation of this.
Hmm.
A good example of that is our good friend Bobby's Coldface posted a collection tour video this morning.
God, I think it was beautiful.
And
Yeah.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, he's got a Nintendo shelf. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I would almost go in on that, even though I wasn't a big Nintendo person. Like I had Game Boy, right?
Hmm.
But it's like all of like the whole thing is there. You could buy it today if you wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
if you had the means. And I was like, I could do something like that, just to complete another collection that I don't have room to display. I mean, I'm thankful I know this man because now I have the opportunity to like visit him every once in a while and just go
Hmm.
look at it.
Yeah.
um, but
Live vicariously
but
through his shit.
yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
and but he has found a magical way and I really applaud him for this. You know how people talk about Black Series and you got like 5 Hans, 6 Chewies, so many
Yeah.
C-3PO. He
Right.
found a
Yeah.
way
To
to
use them.
to satisfy his collecting urge to buy them all and display them all,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
right? As opposed to having a shelf of army built of R2D2s, right? No, he's got an
Mm.
R2D2 there, there, there,
Mm-hmm.
because it all fits,
Yep.
and it is quite a beautiful sight.
It
Um,
is. It is.
but I see him like that guy has nostalgia tickles for so many things, and
It
I am thankful
does.
that I don't like. For DC, I just need a Wonder Woman, a Superman, and a Batman, and I'm fine. Type of stuff. I
Yeah.
have a complete animated Batman collection from the DC Collectibles line that sits in a box. And the reason why I bought them was because I wanted to go all in on a line and complete it. And I had that urge to do it after Matty Collector canceled their Thundercats. Is like I was so like seeing people collect classics He-Man from Mattel. I was like, they are so lucky. They can complete a collection just by having it delivered to their house. And then when they did it for Thundercats, it's like that's gonna be me. I'm just gonna have a new figure delivered to my house every couple months. And then they canceled the line, and I was like, there's a hole in my heart. I wanted to complete a line. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, look at this Batman animated stuff. It's all on clearance. I'm gonna buy all of it. And then, it took me a few months, and I got it. And then, eventually it's like, oh, I don't have room for this stuff because of all these damn robots that I have. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Um, I got to make some hard decisions. I think that I really don't want to get rid of it. I just want to start rotating stuff on shelves and have fun with it. Like these
That
transparent Transformers, they'll be up here for a few months and then I'll put them away and I'll put something else up there.
that might be a way to go. And I've been thinking
Yeah.
about maybe doing that a little bit also. I don't. Most of what I have is on display behind me in all the buildings. But I do have stuff packed away in the closet. I was
Mm.
starting to think about maybe I should rotate. Maybe I should rotate. Put some away. Make a new dial. Put it up. Show new figures and rotate every certain shelves every once a month.
Yeah.
Um, like I had an end game, and I thought I was close to my end game about a year ago. When um, I got into Masters Universe Classics, and within about a year's time, I completed that line, going back and finding all the old figures, right? Because when I got in, the line was already dead and done. I have an end game for Transformers. I want 1 through 4, right? That's the end game. If you get things that weren't part of 1 through 4 along the
Mm.
way, sure, no problem. But like, if I can get 1 through 4, I feel like it's complete.
Yeah.
Anything on top of that is just extra.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with
I'm
you
doing an
because
Arkham collection right now with McFarlane. You know, there's an end game with those figures because there's only so many characters that were actually in those games. And he's put out a fair amount, so I see the end of the tunnel. When you were, Brink, you were talking about being all in on a complete line. I was very excited to do that with Thundercats.
Right. Me
mm,
My
too.
original plan with Thundercats was I am going to get this line front to back, start to finish, every single figure.
Fucking
yeah.
$60
And,
snarf.
just it's less the snarf
Oh,
thing, more of the fact that I'm a little aggravated that we still have not even seen or heard about them doing Wily Kid and Wily Cat.
yeah. You mad about Snarf? Wait till you
I,
hear about the wait till the
I'm
twins
not
get here.
I'm not worried about it. It's not even a price. It's just like, where are these twins already?
Right.
Mine's
You're
both
looking
those
at
things. The
core
price
cal-
is
you're
a
looking
thing.
at you're looking at core characters that you haven't done yet. Then I got the Tigra with the bad paint jobs and mess of paint, and then I
Mm,
got the Vulture Man that refuses to stand.
mm,
And this is all 55. These are at $55 a pop. Then you see Mandora coming out. She's 55, but then there's another hit 150 for her bike,
yeah.
and it's like, I was a Thundercats fan, but am I that much of a Thundercats fan where I need to spend $200 on a Mandora right now?
Right.
Like, I just don't need it anymore. I think so that end game from being a complete collector for a line Now, just I have a complete vision for my Thundercats, and I just need three more figures. Smart from the two kids, and I'm done. The main crew of the cats and the main crew of the villains is done, and I'll that'll be like the first line that I feel like I'm
Yeah.
done and I'm completed with. You know,
Yeah.
I got the SOC Voltron at NJCC, and that felt good because it's one and done. That's it. I don't want a Dairugger. I don't need a. I had the Carbot as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
but I really, I didn't even know where it came from. I had
Right.
no idea
Same.
what it
Right.
was. I didn't watch the show. It
I
was a
did.
present from my aunt, I think. So it said Voltron. It was cars. I was like, okay, sure, go buy it. But there's no attachment to it except for the fact that I had it as a kid. You know,
Yeah.
what's going to keep me going, unfortunately, for a while, is Marvel Legends. Anything X-Men related, I buy it. It's just that simple, and I will keep doing it. And there's so much for them to do. So,
Mm-hmm.
and the way they do it with you get your X-Men figures, you get X amount of figures a year. So that's an endeavor years in the making. Classifieds is still just getting started. It's been what, 3 years now, if that
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
There's so much more that I want to see from the classified
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
I'm in on that. And I sold, after completing, like I had a goal for He-Man and the entire crew, Skeletor and the entire crew, the Snake Men and the Horde.
Yeah.
And I did it with extra pieces thrown in, like the bonus that weren't necessary, but I did it, and I felt
And then
so
what'd you do?
exactly. But see, that's the thing. It felt good. Like, yo, I'm done. I completed this. I'm done.
Yeah. I like your
And
point, Eric B.
I
Yeah.
wasn't a fan of the Masterverse stuff when it first came out because they were
Mm-hmm.
doing it on the Netflix stuff, right? And that wasn't the designs that I wanted for my He-Man stuff. But then they started doing the regular stuff,
Yeah.
and then I'm looking at, I hunted and hunted and hunted for those classics figures at the best prices I could get. There were times where I'm on my phone 4 o'clock in the morning, scrolling through Facebook groups, on the buy sell groups, looking
Mm-hmm.
for who put up what deals, like on eBay. Like I was all over the place. I wasn't like I was just jumping at it the first time I saw a figure. I was hunting for the best deals I can. I got some amazing deals. The going rate on what these were going at the time, I might have spent half of what I thought I was going to be when I first made my spreadsheet and I listed all the characters I wanted. Yes, Brick, I did make a spreadsheet,
Nice.
and I made and I calculated what it cost me to complete the line, and I was like, oh my god, am I really going to do this? Um, then I sold it all. I sold the entire collection for more than what I paid for. For more than what I paid for. Took my family on vacation. Literally, that's what I paid for my cruise with last year. Like, it didn't have to come out of my savings or anything. Literally, I had all that money sitting in the PayPal account. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, let's go on the cruise and we'll do it out of here. This is what it's for. And now I'm in on the Masterverse line. And there's an end game there with certain figures that I want. Like, I won't be getting like their She-Ra figures, their new adventure stuff. I don't want that. There is an end game in mind, and I'm just hoping I didn't make a mistake because classics got you to that end game. I'm hoping Masterverse will do the same. That was the dice roll. So, and did I start a new rabbit hole today? I hope not. Stuff. I hope I didn't start a new rabbit hole because forget it. That'll never end. Trying to hunt that old stuff down for the
Yeah.
best price possible. And
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, no offense. I don't think I want to be doing this 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of want to be. I don't want. And when I say not doing this, I'm not. I mean, the hunting and buying of the toys. I want to be done by then and have it on display the way I want it. I don't want to get rid of it. I don't. I don't want to stop going to shows to hang out and see everybody. But I just
Mm-hmm.
want. I just want to know. I don't want to still be. Damn, when's that next Fans Toys release? When's that next New Age release? When's that next Magic? Like, I don't want that in 10 years from now. I don't. I want to be done by then, and I'm really hoping I can.
Yeah.
Brink had brought up Bobby's new collection video, and you're kind of saying the same because I've asked him, I'm like, what are you gonna do? Because he keeps talking about this is done, this is done, this shelf's done, that shelf's done. Da, da, da. I was like, he's like, I'm so close. I'm like, and what the fuck are you gonna do then? He's like, I'm gonna just sit down. I'm gonna get a glass of wine. I'm gonna sit here with my wife, and I'm just going to enjoy it. Like that. That's it. That's kind of what you're talking about. It's getting to that point where you can just kick back and enjoy it. And that's kind of where I want to be too. Like I'm fighting through it right now. I'm eagle-eyed viewers will notice that these shelves are getting a lot more empty than they used to be because I'm downgrading. I've talked about it before. I'm down, not downgrading. I'm downsizing to Legends to give myself more room to put out some of the other stuff that I own. But there's a point where I want to be done with it. Like I want to just walk in here and go, man, my fucking office is cool as shit.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and then but not have to come on here and go, hey, EE, where did you see any sales on this dude? Like, I'm looking for this dude. I'm like what sites has this and what sites has that? Hey, Brink, where you see this at? I want to just be able to come, hey, Brink, man, how's it hanging, man? What's going on? I don't want to talk about this all the time. I want to be able to talk like this and not talk about looking for these, and that's something to look forward to. That's my end game, is where I just at peace with it. But in all honesty, I feel like my brain will make up an excuse to keep moving forward with it because it's a puzzle aspect. Your brain does get to work it like a puzzle. That hunting and searching and finding and having multiple tabs open and looking here and there, that is very much a mental puzzle on how to get all those pieces to fix. And my brain likes shit like that. So I don't know. My end game is to be able to be at peace with it and just say, hey, what's up, guys? But in all reality, it'll be my wife. When my wife says, that's it, you buy one more damn thing, you no more touchy. And I'll be like, okay, I'm out. Like, that'll be my end game.
Yep.
Like, other than that, I don't really know. Because I can switch over. Jonathan low-key touched on it earlier, is I can always just switch over to my kids' collection. Like I can shut my shit down and be like, it's done. And then just help them build their collection. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's hard to call an end game.
I've started to think about that too. Like, I don't know what my what my younger nieces and nephews are going to be into, but
Yep.
Once they reach, I don't know, 10 or 11, it's like, hey guys, you ever see this cartoon called Batman the Animated Series?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here,
but
watch this, and I'll come with gifts next month.
Yes.
But Brink,
there'll be a test. There'll be a test.
It's almost too late. You have to start it earlier.
Yeah.
Sir, there is no wrong time for Batman the Animated Series.
No. Look, think about it. You're 11, 12. You're heading into your teen years. Usually, your focus starts to shift away from all this stuff. Like I know mine did. I became very sports and girls oriented.
I stopped worrying about bats and started chasing cats. You know what I mean?
And then as I got even older and you hit 18, now shit, it's party time. Where with the bars and the clubs and so your focus changes. And it took.
Sowed my wild oats. Now I'm back to play with toys.
39, age 38, 39. The love for this stuff was always there. I would watch the movies and cartoons and stuff like that. That never stopped. But willing to spend money on it. Like for years, I was always watching the Masterpiece line. I was like, I can't. I'm 35 years old. Why am I buying myself Transformers? No, there's no way. There's no way. And it took me years to finally, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Your focus changed. So that's what I'm saying. Frank, get them in now. Start watching it in now. At least 4 or 5.
Well,
I noticed
and every kid is different.
When I came back to the hardcore collecting is once I became a father. And I think it has to do with a couple of the guys in the chat mentioned something along the lines of kids nowadays don't think nostalgic wise like we do about stuff. Like the way we remember He-Man and G1 Transformers, are these kids going to do the same thing with whatever nonsense they're watching on TV now, 30 years from now?
iCarly, Henry, that's what my son grew up on. iCarly, Henry Danger, shows like that.
Henry Danger, yeah, my kids like that one. Like,
but is that?
But are they going to be nostalgic 30 years from now on it? That's what I'm saying. And so maybe it's my brain trying to fill that nostalgia void. I don't know. There's something there, like hardwired in our brains that's saying this needs to be done.
I did get my 4-year-old nephew. Like we're just sitting around in my brother's house. I can't remember what holiday it was, but we were just there hanging out, and they're who in the hell knows what they're putting Paw Patrol up on the TV, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Look, give me this TV," and I hooked my phone up to it, and I was like, well, let me just put the Rescue Bots on. They was captivated immediately,
Mm.
and basically Rescue Robots is Paw Patrol, but they're robots
Yeah.
instead of animals.
Yeah, it basically is. Yeah.
And yeah, there's no Decepticons and stuff like that. I don't think.
Mhm.
You know, my
But
my
it's
sorry.
like, dude. I mean, 3 more years. I mean, I was 7 when G1 came out, so maybe in 2 more years, I throw on the G1 stuff that's streaming on YouTube and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
And that's another thing is binging changing that nostalgia? Like we had to wait that
Mhm.
week to week, and sometimes with 3 and 6 month gaps between seasons. And all we could do is, hey Brian, did you see that episode yesterday? Hey EE,
Mhm.
did you catch that episode last week? So it was a constant reliving of that one episode every single week. Now it's the binge mentality. You go in, you watch 24 episodes, you're out a week later. Don't even ask me what the hell happened in those
Yep.
episodes because I don't remember
And
at
you
all.
wait a year minimum till the next season.
Yep. And I know, and I have to, and then you have to go back and rewatch it. Like we've been talking recently about Vox Machina. I finally got around to watching it. I really enjoyed it. They were talking about it last night. I was like, which one was that again? Who's that one's name? What character was that? I was like making up these weird descriptives of, is that the tree chick? Who's the one dude with the glass? Like they were laughing at me because I couldn't remember their names to save my life. But I
Mm.
remembered the show, and I literally just watched it like a week ago. And now season 2 is going to come out. I rewatch it all over again.
That's because you're old.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
mean,
guess what,
I'm old as
Ricky?
trash.
We were talking last night, and I said I bought the figures on clearance, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I guess I didn't. No, well, no, a box showed up today, and they were in
You
it.
did buy them.
Mhm.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Hopefully
So
yours are
look,
better
if you
than
like
mine.
them, man, I'll send them down your way.
So don't you dare.
I opened
say
that
it.
box today. I was like, no, why'd you do that?
So now what you do next time we're talking about it, I'm like, which one is that? You just hold up the figure and be like, it's this one.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Ricky, do you have an Endgame in mind for yourself?
Me? That's what I
Yeah.
said. It's
That's
hard
what he
for
was
me to have
talking
it
about.
I
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
an
actual,
in game,
like-
but I don't like my in game is like with my Thundercats. That I know it's played down, but that Snarf thing really butt hurt me. I get the logistics of it. Gort can explain it 10 ways from Sunday. It mathematically makes sense, but I don't fucking care. I have to hold that box in my hand and say this is worth 55 fucking dollars.
Who cares
And
about
it's
logic,
fucking
right?
not.
Ricky,
the
Facts
thing
and logic
is-
don't matter.
Well, I'm not buying the whole wave. If you buy the whole wave, it makes perfect fucking sense. If I'm just buying Snarf, it does not make fucking sense that box is $55.
Well, so I posted a video this week. Brian Flynn did a Super 7, did another interview about Thundercats.
I watched it. He tried to talk about this, that, and the next, and the size of it, and the tail.
So whether
and
you
the
believe
extra
it,
head.
it's not a matter of what you believe. If you believe what he says or not is the truth, that's a whole other thing. But he explains why Snarf is $55.
I understand, but
And it's a
here's
way
the-
I never
here's the-
and I never thought of it that way before.
it does make sense, and he says it offsets the prices. But then my thing is taking out Mumra, which they said they gave us the lower price on because it offsets with like the Snarfs and all that. Look at a Lino, medium-sized figure, mid-sized figure, just a base model, and he had like 5,000 accessories inside that box with him, and he's
Yeah.
the same price as Snarf, who gets a head swap and a tail swap and a stand, a reprint of the Sword of Omens and Dagger mode. Which, by the way, by time Snarf comes out, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the fucking Sword of Omens as a dagger, which I don't
Yeah.
fucking need in my life at
Right.
all. 0. And that's what he comes with for the same exact price. Now you're really offsetting some bullshit price right there.
Yeah.
I get them being able to explain it away, but it's a bit much. I
get
have
it.
to look
I
at
get
the
it.
box.
Ricky,
I get it.
I mean,
I get
yeah,
it. I get it, Ricky.
yeah.
I definitely agree with it.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I
look
can
at
watch
NECA.
those.
You get a NECA turtle, and it's $40, and it has quadruple the amount of accessories in there. So
Yeah.
then what is it?
but it's
What are you
like
saying, Brink?
I was just saying, like I've listened to Brian Flynn talk a lot, and and everything he says makes sense, just like Scott on Spectre Creative, right?
mhm.
And I understand it. It makes sense.
Doesn't
to
mean I
me,
agree with it.
but I still don't have to like it.
Yes,
That's it.
every-
That's
and
it.
that I
And-
get. That is
and
That's
Ricky consider SARF the exit tax. It's like Jersey. You can't leave Jersey without paying a
You
toll.
have to pay it. But see, the problem is it kind of hurt my feelings because I was in.
Hurt your feelings?
But I'm saying as a collector, like it hurt my feelings because I was literally in on everything. I had all the waves pre-ordered. I have waves 1 through 4 complete, sitting right here on this shelf right next to me.
So do
and I already had
you know?
4 or 5 ready on its way. Like I had to talk myself out of canceling all their Silverhawks. Like I was so fucking mad about that Snarf. I was like, fuck Super 7. They're now in the Toddy Mac realm. They don't fucking exist in my world anymore. I had to literally talk myself off that ledge. Because it's bad, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So I'm getting Snarf. I'm getting the twins. You know, Brink is lucky. He's still got the fancy ones in the background. I've seen his twins. He's got them back there. Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Hi, Daenerys.
and got the twins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got the twins back there, so lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But I'm getting
with the boards,
twins, and I'm dumping all of this. Hold on.
You know what the problem is?
Hold on. Hey, let me answer Dormammu's question. Right here. This is where Super 7 hurt me, motherfucker.
Yep.
Right here. That's where they hurt me.
You know, the problem is the characters that I have, I want to get rid of. They're not worth getting rid of yet. You're taking such a loss on them right now. Because for one, they're going on clearance half the time. It's still available.
I don't care. Like I just want them out of my house, gone. Like I don't want to look at them.
And then you got they're not little figures in a box. They're heavy, so you're paying the shipping. So that's why right now they're going to sit in the box and they're going to stay there.
Super 7's not only a pain to put on the shelf; they're a pain to hoard.
And they're a pain to pack
boxes
back
are huge.
And I'm an asshole who takes everything out of the box, puts them in those boxes.
So nice, you don't want to get rid of those boxes. I don't. And I'm not much. I don't keep boxes. You saw the other day the pile of trash I had in my when I did my Legends box purge. You know, in the living room, and I had a mound of trash that was almost as tall as me. It looked like for a short people. You know, I got rid of all of that. You know, so I don't keep boxes, but I got this massive box in my closet of a Marvel Legends Sentinel because I kept that box. And a whole box filled with fucking Super 7 shit that I no longer want. You know,
gotcha.
You know, but so the end game is there for Super 7. I see it. I see the light, and I think it was Eric B said it earlier. You're not gonna get the cats because they don't want those kids come out. They're done. You know, most people are gonna abandon the line.
Yeah,
like I don't think I'm the only one.
I canceled all my pre-orders. I kept Snarf.
Yeah, exactly. I kept Snarf. That's
Me
it.
too.
You know,
I canceled all the other Thundercats except for Snarf.
To quote Eric B,
when that motherfucker comes in, I'm gonna be mad when it comes in. I'm gonna be salty. I'm gonna be like, oh, look what fucking showed up today. I don't even fucking care. Here's Snarf, motherfuckers. Like, I'm gonna be so mad.
To quote Eric B, and he's exactly right about this. If they gave you all the core characters up front, then they'll know that the line will die. The line will die. It's how they keep people buying. So you're gonna get the mainline characters are spread out through all of those waves,
which makes sense if you're dropping
waves.
But you're not dropping
waves. Wait, hold
but
on.
They're not dropping one main character per wave, though. That's the problem. Is they're skipping whole entire waves.
Right, but to his point, that's what's keeping you engaged and interested because.
But it's not.
You're mainly.
But it's done.
It just made both of us get out.
For me. That's how I'm keeping engaged because I want the mainline characters first. I actually want the mainline character. I only care about the mainline characters, but if I can get the other ones along the way because I have something planned for the entire line, then that's how I'm going to keep. That's how I'm going to keep wanting to, be engaged with it. Yeah, the Snarf thing, I get it. But at the end of the day, are you really not going to get Snarf because of the price? No. You're going to get Snarf because you actually need Snarf,
and they know.
And you're going to want to get, and you're, and then that's what you're going to want to do. So once you get through all the waves, and guess what's going to happen next? They're going to come out with variants of those particular characters, and then you're going to want to get those, and then they're going to come out with other variants from other companies.
The completionists will be in on those things, and that's fine for them. What I have an issue with though, I didn't need the entire cast in the first 2 days.
Oh my god! Did you just see Eric's response to Jeremy? I'm sorry.
What I do have an issue is I have a $500 Thunder Tank coming. And I can't. and I don't have all the characters to go with it at this
And
point.
now you're gonna have a fancy $50 snarf
You
to
know,
fucking
that-
sit on
you
your
know,
Thunder Tank.
Don't you should by the time that Thunder Tank came out, you should have been able to at least complete your core Thundercats.
To put with
If
it.
you wanted to spread the mutants around, that's fine. I mean, like the mutants are done. That's the thing. Like your core mutants are done.
Yeah.
They're there. Just slide.
They've got
Aquaman,
5
Bucky,
mutants out, and they
Vulcan,
just did the 3-pack of the fucking
you know,
size. Oh my
so
god!
you got your core mutants already. You got your core bad guys. They're done. Both versions of Mumra. You know. Where's
Yeah.
that kid
I
Kat?
get what
But that's what I'm talking.
you're
But that's what I'm
saying.
talking about. There's extra variants to those, kind of like this clear version of Tiger that's coming out. They got that coming
That
out.
package looks amazing on that.
I mean,
shit.
it does,
On
and
that,
I went. Yeah, we definitely went in on that one. But
If
Yeah,
they
they got
didn't,
they got
if they
the
didn't
red,
piss me
the
off,
red colored lion though.
if they
you
didn't
know?
piss me off, I would have been 100% in online. The
I
way I
think-
originally
think-
planned, including the
Yeah.
toy variants, which I think look shit, but I would have
Yeah.
got them just to
But
be
the
a
nostalgia,
completionist.
yeah.
And just to be
Yeah.
a completionist and kept them in a box and never opened them, but I know when I had them. But
But here we are with a Captain Crackers.
Yes, I have Cracker. I have Snowman.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
have
That came out in Wave 2. That was pre-Tigra, pre-freaking what's her face? She was. In
I
that same wave,
appreciate-
but she got bumped
Okay.
back.
Hmm.
But
I appreciate
I
what they
understand
do.
the don't letting everything out at once, but at least give you the big a majority. If your wave is 4 characters, 2 of them need to be a main character.
Yeah.
Minimal 2. A good guy
Well,
and
they
a
were
bad guy.
doing that.
Everywhere.
I mean, they were doing
They
that.
did that for
Yeah.
the first wave only. The second wave was a random character, a main bad guy, and then two fucking weird characters.
Mhm.
Nah, you
Like-
had a main bad guy, main good guy, and stuff
The
like that, man.
snowman of Hook Mountain. Come on. He's
If
cool
you-
and all, and he's
Well,
fucking
who are-
massive, but
who are the
he's
other
not a
ones
main
in there?
character.
Mhm.
It was
Chitara was supposed to be in there, but she was late.
We are
She was
so
late.
We're veering stuff.
veering here,
I mean,
and this is my fault. This is my
but
fault.
it's
I
not
took
really.
it down
No,
this
no.
road.
Really,
But
this all started from you
Yeah.
asking me about how my collection's going, and I started talking about Thundercats.
I
and
want.
that's
I just
literally-
want us
that's
to make
part of
sure
my-
I want to hear from Derek
Yeah.
too before
That's literally part of it. Is I have like cartoon turtles. I'm pretty much down to just like 1 or 2 cherry pick ones.
Mhm.
I said from Jump Street, once I had my main turtles, my main bad guys, and I said as soon as they put out Usagi Yojimbo, I'm pretty much right at death's door right at that moment.
Yeah.
And of course it took them a while to get out, so I got a bunch of other ones in between. And I got ones I've never even opened because I don't give a fuck about. But
Mhm.
then they put out Usagi. I'm like, okay, here I am. I said, I'm looking at it going, is there really anybody else I have to have for this to be done? And I don't think there is. I just have to make it look nicer than just standing on in this detail with
Yeah.
buttons. I just have to make it look nicer. My movie turtles, I am 1000% done with them until they give me a fucking the vanilla ice. They give me a fucking vanilla ice from the Ninja Wrap, I will buy that motherfucker to put in here with my movie turtles. Other than that,
Mhm.
don't
That'd be
need
an
any more
interesting
movie
figure.
turtles. You know,
Well, I mean, there's only so many characters in those movies anyway, so it's a small run you would have got.
my
on that
growing
anyways,
my
which is
only
good.
growing line is GI Joe is my only one to grow, and Gargoyles, because I am doing the main cast of
Oh
Gargoyles.
yeah.
Now once Silverhawks come out, same thing, main cast, and then I'm out. So even that's a small one. It just depends on how Super 7 runs them out, how long it takes me to finish.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But GI Joe is my only long-term line that I'm still actively working on. Transformers, I'm literally just swapping them. So I mean, I'm not going to be too long. Once I have so many legends now, like Eric will tell you, I've been.
What's the
3
end game
months?
on Legends? What are
Give
you
my-
1, 2,
1,
one
2,
and two,
3,
that's it?
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2,
And
3, 4.
Yeah, because and the only reason why I love them and I hate them, but one of my first legends was a headmaster from Gort. So having that headmaster means I have to have 4s now because now I can't get rid of the headmaster, and so then I have to build
Well,
everybody.
most
else
of the
around it.
headmasters are out
You can
with
get
MFT.
No,
but
what I'm saying is
throw it
I
in
only
the
have
trash.
like 1 or 2 now, but that's
Did you
season
say they're
4,
trash,
so
Frank?
Yeah.
no, they're
yeah,
not.
but they're out. But yeah, you
They're
can
not
actually
trash.
have a virgin stand in there.
The
I have
MFT
them on the
ones.
show.
They're not. I don't have I have Chrome Dome, so I can't say.
Yeah,
all of them
they're all
are.
kind of trash. He's not wrong. He's
I
not
have
wrong,
Chrome Dome and
but
Hard Shell is the other one.
No,
That's
At
the
least
one I
they're
have.
cheap.
Hardhead.
At least
Hardhead.
they're cheap
Hardhead.
trash, right?
Yeah,
At least they
that
were
is
cheap
true.
trash.
I know
They
at
were an
BotCon
expensive
they had like the 6-pack with all of
Yeah.
them, Decepticons on and Autobots for like $120. I was like, oh, I probably should have pulled the trigger on that, but I didn't. Now I'm mad at myself because I didn't want to have 2 Chrome Domes. I'm mad at myself for not doing
and
it.
it'd be hard to move it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is those are that's my long term one is GI Joe. This one's gonna flip over fast. Batman's completed. Until McFarlane, please, you son of a friend of mine, because we want you to come on the show one day. If he puts out some of the characters I'm missing from the animated series, like I need a Clock King and I need a Red Claw, like ones that were just never made in that DC Collectibles line, then I'll have to pick up some of those. But as of right now, my DC Collectibles animated series is complete.
Ricky, don't worry, he's gonna make them, and they're gonna be cell shaded, and you're gonna be so mad.
I hate you, Brink, just for saying that out loud. Just for fucking speaking that into existence, man. I hope all your candy stuff melts underneath those hot lights that you're shooting back there, man. That's fucked up, dude. But that's me. So let's move to Derek because we kind of waylaid into mine and went off into a rant.
In mind? What you doing?
Every Transformer ever.
So getting back to
every blaster ever made.
Yeah, I'm still working on my blast and stuff. But anyway, but getting back to just to touch back a little bit on the Thundercats one. Yeah, my end game was the intent of just doing the main characters, but I love what they did with the entire line. I'm just like, yo, I just want it all at some point. So yeah, I do want that. But thinking about that Snarf, if you're mad about that price on Snarf, you're really gonna be mad when they come out with Snarfer. When Snarfer, the Wolos,
you can go Snarfer yourself. I ain't not getting it.
The Wolos, what was the
Burbles,
the Trollocs,
and
the
that's
Burbles.
He was
yeah,
talking about the Burbles
having,
but he was talking about the Burbles being like a multi-pack with light up features and stuff.
Derek, now you got me thinking about going all in again.
He would have had me. He would have had me on those on all of it because I was like, oh, Robobill, yeah, I'll get them all, and then they lost me. You know, somewhere along the line, they lost me.
Yeah,
they lost my interest in the line.
Well, when they started putting out stuff that didn't look like the teaser images, like Tigra and Chitara.
Groon was another one. Groon
was like
nothing like he was supposed to for one, and he
those
was
hips.
He was in such bad shape. He was so loose. The hips were so bad. So I'm spending $55 on these figures that then I'm seeing them go on fucking clearance months later, and they're not, they can't stand bad paint, bad quality. It's just like, and I'm a fan of Super 7. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate, watching because they took over the Matty Collector Classics line, and seeing what they did and how much further they were able to get. All the obscure characters that they gave you in the He-Man line, if you're a completionist on Thundercats, you're going to get it all. As long as they keep the license, be prepared, you will get it from them. And I know you'll get it from them. They've shown that this is what they want to do. God knows what they can do with that Simpson lines when it comes out. Because that's a line that has hundreds and hundreds of characters. How many different Homers can you get?
Yeah, I canceled that Space Homer and I was excited.
Same thing. I'm just gonna wait.
I don't know what we're getting now. I'm gonna wait till it's out.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Derek, back to your end game, buddy.
So, no, my end game, it's definitely Transformers is all I'm majorly interested in. Everything else, if I don't do anything else with anything else, it doesn't matter to me. But for me, I'm only interested in seasons 1 through 4 of Transformers. I may do, other stuff like I want to do Headmasters. Right now, I'm looking to complete season 4 because everything else is complete with the exception of trying to find a dead end. But we're not going to talk about that because I only want the Fans Toys versions of the Stunnicons. So, but once I get everything, that's going to be it, and then it's going to be just me just swapping out pieces that I think looks better than the other. Like for example, this whole Mirage situation.
Yeah.
We had that Transform Element one. We had the MMC one, and we now got the Fans Toys version, which I still like the Transform Element one a lot better. I don't have the Fans Toys version yet. I'm still working on that. But if I didn't get the Fans Toys version, I'd be happy.
Of a Mirage?
over Mirage. Yeah.
Oh, did you miss out on the pre-order?
No, well, I did, but I didn't. I knew I was going. I mean,
He's still available. He's still out
nowadays,
there. Yeah.
nowadays, you don't have to really worry about. I don't get hung up in the pre-order stuff no more, unless I really, really want that character. And I just want to make sure I get one. So I don't get hung up on that. Plus, I've learned that over time, if you wait, you can get it for cheaper because it's going to go on sale at some point. So by the time I want it,
I think
so
Jazz is
yeah,
still scarce, so if you're
yeah,
missing out on
Jazz, I
that one.
did pre-order though,
All right.
and I got
Now,
finally got my notification that
let me ask you another
it's
question
coming.
though. Like,
Hmm.
so I know that you also like certain figures a lot. Like you have all the variants, well, almost all of them of Fans Hobby Power Baser,
Hmm.
right? Which is not seasons one, two, or three, or four.
Right,
Um,
right,
but
yes.
like, will you consider like still if you're like just a purist with the Transformers, like in robots that turn into stuff, like
Hmm.
obscure repaints, things like that, and
The only reason why I did the power bases is because I'm linked to that whole Power Master Optimus
oh,
Prime
okay,
theme,
I see.
and I think in my own, and I've had other versions of the I've had the Hasbro, the Takara ones. I had the um um Yeah, I've
Make
had other
toys.
versions. Yeah, I had the Make Toys one, and I
Yeah.
got rid of that one. But the fans hobby one is my favorite one. And when they came out with for first they came out with the chrome pieces for the original one, and I got that upgrade kit. And then they came out with the Nemesis one, and right after that, I slept on the Shattered Glass one because I thought I was going to be able to get one, and that's why I don't have it because I slept on that one, but that's the only one that I don't have. That is the only one that I will get different versions of, and it has to be a Fans Hobby. If Fans Hobby comes out with another color of that one, I'll definitely get it.
Hmm.
It's just that's just my thing with that line. So my and so I'm if they keep coming out with that particular version, I'm never going to have an end game for that one because they're just
Right,
going to
right.
keep coming. They're just going to keep coming out with it. I'm just going to get it. So,
Well, you could
but
still
as far
call
as
it.
this,
Yeah, you could still call it your end game if you're done chasing down everything else. It's like, oh well, there's no one of these, sir. No problem.
That's
sure.
just that's the
Yeah,
cherry on top.
yeah.
Like a little extra. So basically, you're a collector for life, is what you're
So
telling me.
Derek, Thundercats, Transformers, anything else? Turtles.
So
Turtle starts with T as well.
yeah.
Triple T.
Oh
The
yeah,
Silverhawks.
does yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I don't have any interest in the turtles. I wouldn't do turtles at all.
Okay.
Not even just getting the four of them in Splinter. And I almost pulled the trigger on that Super Shredder that came out a long time ago. But I was gonna be like, that's gonna be my gateway into going into Turtles, but I never pulled the trigger on it. And I was trying to get my cousin to get into it so I can get into it with him and actually help him buy his turtle collection, but he never really, got into it. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm not gonna do turtles at all. I'll just watch y'all do it. Another 80 was GI Joe. I missed out on the classified series. I got a couple of them in the beginning, but I wasn't consistent in trying to get all the figures. I wanted to do GI Joe, and I really wish I did it. And the part where I truly regretted not doing classifieds is when that His Tank came out, and I went in on the His Tank.
It's not
So
too
I
late,
really
man.
wish.
It's
I
not too
re-
late to hunt down some of those older
I'm having to,
figures.
I'm having to
yeah,
re-chase
They're
them.
not
It's not.
expensive anymore like they
It's
were when they
easy to
first came
true,
find.
out. So, like, if it
true.
is something you want to do, start working on it now.
But here's the other thing with that.
They have a
I
Histic
had to
that
plan
turns
a
into
space for it.
Megatron, so you could sell yourself on that direction.
Guess what?
You
I
already
have
have
that.
it. of
I
course
had
you
that,
do.
and look, but I won that in the game, so
Hey, there
that's
you
how I
go.
got it. But yeah, if I don't have and plus I have to plan the space to display it. So if I don't have a spot to display it, I'm not going to invest heavy into it because all it's going to do is just sit in storage, and it's not going to get looked at until I get a display space for it, and my space is limited with these transformers that I got in here right now. So that's why my major thing is transformers at this point
Well,
because it's
and I want to ask you too, going back to Transformers. I mean, I know you're
mm,
collecting MP scale, but they make them in in little legend scale. Let's say your MP collection's done, but you got the itch to collect robots. You maybe get a complete legend scale version,
I
or maybe an IDW styled version or something like that. I don't have Serpentor. I
It's
can't use this for
calling
you.
you. It's calling
yeah,
you.
yeah, I could have had a Serpentor too. Yeah, I got Bender already. So yeah, but I thought about that, and to make it compact and make it smaller, to do legends, replace these with legends.
No, not replace. In addition to, like me.
So
See, I got big ones there. I got the little ones you can't see; they're washed out. But on that
yeah,
top shelf is
uh-huh.
all Iron Factory legends.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh
I don't
shit.
want my I got a certain look for all of my stuff. Like if you ever come over here, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You know, and I do certain areas in my cave here. I have designed specifically for certain things. So I have to keep to the decor of what I'm trying to do. I got out of Chug because of this, you know. And I loved I still love Chug, but I'm not gonna display it because it doesn't fit with everything else here. So that's why this is gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be this or nothing for me. So do I have an end game? My end game is to, not go beyond season 4 and
But I think his
try
question
to
was
get
when you hit that completion of the masterpiece, would you consider collecting legend scaled stuff just to be able to keep collecting Transformers?
no.
I think is what he was trying to get to.
I'll get legends pieces that I like new age with like the new age and magic square stuff. I'll get it if I think it looks nice. If I like I just got that Skyfire, the Jetfire, the new age Jetfire. I got that, and I
Such a
thought it
great
looked
figure.
nice. Yeah, it is, but I'm not going to display it. I'll play
Yeah.
with it and then put it right back in the box.
So like
So
desk
that's
spot type
exactly what
stuff.
I did.
You know?
That's exactly what I did.
So
So
but
yeah, I'm
that's
not
good
gonna.
control. That's good control.
Yeah,
You know,
I gotta have that control
control is a
because
good thing.
it's gonna hurt my pockets. If I go too deep with it, it's gonna really hurt my pockets, and I can't afford to be, with everything else that I got going on.
Is
I
there
got
any
swishing.
masterpiece stuff you're missing that you're wanting to get? Because I know somebody who might be selling stuff.
No, I'm not missing anything. I don't
I
think.
got like everything fans toys ever made.
I Yeah, I don't think. Like I said, I'm only waiting for this dead end. I'm waiting for
Dude,
that
I'm
dead end.
unfriending you on Facebook.
Everybody's.
I'm unfriending you on Facebook right now. I was only friends with you to sell you Transformers, man. No, nah, I'm out.
I already got one from you. What are you talking about? So
A couple.
yeah, yeah, a couple. Yeah, I already got something from you. But no, I'll let you know. But yeah, no, I'm looking and I'm just like, yeah, only thing I'm missing. And the other and for season 2, I'm waiting for I'm waiting for MMC to finish the Fentor. I'm gonna because I'm doing MMC, but I'm not doing X Transbox version. I don't like the X Transbox version. And I think MMC is gonna
Ooh,
knock it right out the park.
we
And then
are
just
we are on
replace it
different
when Fans
pages
Toys
because
when they do theirs.
I don't like all-in-one
you know,
combiners.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, once Fans Toys figures out how to do these two combiners right, I think they're gonna hit you guys hard.
Dude, why are you
Oh
popping your
yeah.
necks like that while you're saying that? I just
I
need
don't
to know.
know.
Hold on. Why are y'all like, I think Fans Toys
Yeah,
gonna get
man,
all
there'll
your
be
money.
there'll
Dude, what
be
the hell
a
is that?
Yeah.
there'll be a
I love you,
Bruticus,
Eric.
There'll be a
and a
Bruticus,
Defensor.
Defensor, a
Dude,
Devastator, a
it
Yeah.
Predaking.
better be a fucking
You
Jeep
know why they're gonna do
swindle.
that?
I don't need another
Because
goddamn swindle that's not a Jeep.
I think Fans Toys will do it right. They know. They I think they'll do it right.
I got the
yeah,
Unique
and
Toys
then
one up there
Fans
on one
Toys
of
is
them
gonna hit
shelves
us
just to
hard
have the
because of
Jeep.
all the shit that we've been talking about them about
Mhm.
not completing theirs. They're gonna be like, okay, all right,
You
when
know,
we
it'd be,
do,
it'd be even funnier is if they just quit. Like they just
Mhm.
shut down shop. They're like, "Hey, all you guys,
You know,
fuck y'all for talking shit
that's
about us.
that.
right,
We're out."
That's
nah,
the risk we all run with any of these lines that
yeah,
we collect that have large casts. They could be that end game. That could be your end game when the company calls it quits.
Well, I
Mhm.
know that early on when I first started collecting Masterpiece, I was always told that when Fans Toys starts doing the biggins, when you see
Mhm.
a Megatron and you see an Optimus, that they're coming towards their end game because they don't want to bring down the Wrath of Takara on them.
Yeah.
I hate to be their bearer of bad news, but they just made a fucking Optimus Prime. They just showed it to us
Yeah.
with Ultra Magnus. They slapped
Technically
red and blue
Ultimax.
paint on that motherfucker. It's an
Mhm.
Optimus Prime mold.
Yes. Yep.
So they've already shown that they have that capability. So they might be getting closer to their end game, and we just don't fucking
Well,
realize it.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, Ricky, I think that is all really much said in jest. We don't really know what
I
Vince
know, but
was
I just want to. I
thinking.
just want to scare people because all the designers and fan toys died and they went out of business and stuff. There's a dude on eBay that will tell you all about it, and he will try to sell you Galvatron for $1,700 because Fans Toys is dead.
Yeah.
It's Eric's favorite person. Eric literally loves this guy. Like he hits this guy up in Messenger like once a month just to remind him he's still there. So that's why I was trying to get to on that one. I knew I saw his face. He knew where I was going with that one.
I forgot to mention, I am trying to complete. I want to complete. I actually want to. I want to start. Let me say start because I even started on them. My Beast Wars collection. I want to do Beast Wars. I terribly want to do Beast Wars. Yes, Masterpiece. I want to do Masterpiece
so
Beast
you
Wars.
just, I mean, Transart's putting out stuff to fill
Yeah,
in
and I saw
holes.
their stuff too. I'm just like, yo, and it's a lot cheaper than the MP stuff. So I was just like, okay, now I see my way in, and because I'm like, yo, I'm about to give the middle finger to Carl. I'm just like, yo, because y'all just too expensive, and I'm just go ahead and do it with them.
Have you gotten
and it looks
everything?
good.
Have you gotten everything that's come out already?
No, I haven't got any. But I will say I do want.
Sold an Optimus Primal last week.
I have Optimus Primal. I have the Black Arachnia.
Do you have Dinobot?
I might.
Talk to me if you got Dinobot, because that's actually the main one I wanted. That
Optimus Primal. This is not a buy sell trade show.
This is a shut up. I'm trying to make money over here. You want to keep making me buy Legends? This is how this is happening, man.
See, Derek, I like Beast Wars too. I'm not a super fan, but
I love Beast Wars.
When the main line started putting out figs that actually look pretty good for a reasonable price point, I just jumped all in on that. I completed that collection last week when the Ant guy showed up.
Beast Wars to me was a pivotal time in my life when I was trying to go to college and finish, but at the same time I was distracted with other things. But just like I enjoyed just coming home from work, watching the show, and in the mornings watch the show before I go to work, because it was that whole before I went to school I watched cartoons thing. That's what Beast Wars was for me in my young adult life. So yes, I'm that old. But
no, I wasn't laughing at you. Sorry, I read Jeremy's comment. I don't have any way to highlight them, so I just laugh at him when I see them. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Jeremy B called you Dr. Claw earlier too.
He said you need that's what I was laughing at. Like he was sitting back looking all evil. He needed a cat to stroke.
But yeah,
Beast Wars. Put him on timeout.
Yeah, but Beast Wars was the thing that got me back involved in Transformers 2. So I want a Beast Wars. I want a Beast Wars display, but I don't want I just want this bots that were on the show. And fortunately, because Beast Wars figures it's a large undertaking. I got a bin full of those. The Masterpiece scale ones. I only want the Masterpiece ones that were on the show. I don't want anything that was outside, because that's a whole nother rabbit hole too. Because it was like I'd say it was close to 200 figures in the Beast Wars line.
Yeah,
it was close because you had Beast Wars Neo over in Japan and Beast Wars Second. So that actually continued after Beast Wars. Fuck Beast Machines. I wasn't a fan of Beast Machines, so I'm not going to do that line at all.
So Derek, though, would you go with the Transmetal route as well?
I would.
Okay.
I would.
They just did a Masterpiece Transmetal rat trap, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
That rat trap.
I saw pictures of
the Transart toys. Yeah, that's even tempting for me. That thing just looks cool.
Yeah, and it was. I saw a buddy of mine sent me a picture of his Mark. Buddy of mine, Mark. He sent me his picture of his rat trap that he just got. I was like, oh man, I really want to get my Beast Wars started. So yeah, that's a conversation that me and Sean got to have to figure out where we're gonna display it. And we talked about it before, but I was like, until I decide, until I figure out where I'm going to display it, I can't go deep and heavy into it because
Dude, you
all it's
build
going
a
to do is sit in the
jungle
tail.
dio for them.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
yeah, but see, and I want to build a that whole mountain set with the Axelon ship sitting down on the
Okay.
between the mountain and the hill and whatnot, and then I want to do the volcano setting with the Predacon ship. That'll be dope. But yeah, I mean, I want to put the same energy I put into the seasons 1 through 4. I want to put that same energy into doing Beast Wars because I'm not even finished with doing everything that I need to do up here yet. So I'm still working. I'm still working back here. So I don't have any of my season 4 stuff displayed in this one because I wanted to put the Dinobots on the bottom because that one, the Dinobots alone, they're huge and they need their own space literally across that entire shelf. So
Dinobot.
yeah, that's what it is for me. So yeah, but we can talk all night about them Thundercats and Super 7, but it is what it is. I'm not going to stop with Super 7 because they're the official ones right now doing Thundercats. They're the licensed ones doing it for Thundercats. They're going to be the licensed ones doing it for Silverhawks. I'm actually not impressed with what they're doing with the Silverhawks because I do like what Ramen Toys is doing better, but they're not licensed. So, and that also goes into my considerations for stuff too, because I want the value to maintain.
Yeah.
Because most people will be like, I don't want to buy knockoffs. I don't want to buy unlicensed stuff. I want the official stuff. And that's what's official to most collectors is when it's licensed. Now, with the exception of these,
I was about to
none of
say,
this shit
can you
is,
turn around real quick and talk about
yeah,
only
with the
stuff?
exception of these. Now, I do have some
Of
Takara
course,
has,
I
I
know,
do have some
but
masterpiece stuff in here, but no one care. No one's gonna care about the Transformer line because it's so many people doing Transformers. There's not a lot of people doing the other
And,
lines like
and
Super
Derek,
7
Derek,
and
the other
that.
justification for that is the official people who own Transformers aren't making them.
That's true.
There you go. There you go. So yeah.
See, my thing,
Yeah.
we kind of low key talked about it before ramen. Like, I know everybody's on that super shiny silver paint that's on them, but I think the rest of the figure around it looks like trash. See, I am working on perfecting my chroming capabilities, and I will get a Super 7 and make that motherfucker shiny.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see it. I mean,
I see
with
you, EE.
with
Look, look,
with with what we saw with
See.
Super 7, with what we
Yeah.
saw with Super 7 revealing the face sculpts at the Toy Fair or
Yeah.
whatever that was, I
pew
was like,
pew,
I,
Unicron, pew
I
pew.
was like, I am not
look at that. The
buying. I
whole
am not
upside down
pre-ordering
figure don't
these.
fall.
I am going to wait until they come in hand and I see what
Mhm.
they actually look like.
Yeah.
And then also with them doing the toy versions of the Thundercats now, I think
I
I'm
think that
gonna
shit's
like I
trash.
think I'm gonna back off on these Silverhawks
Yeah.
and see if there's another if they were like, all
That
right, now we're
line
gonna
is
do them all
trash to me.
again.
That line is trash to
So
But they've
me.
already updated the paint. Like, they went from that flat gray to now they have like a silvery, like metallic gray that's coming. Like, they showed the blue ones. They have like
yeah,
a
to
metallic
me,
flake in them. So they're working on
I
that
I
paint.
understood the paint, but dude, those face sculpts totally
Can't
turn
be
me
no
Yeah.
worse
off.
than them ramen toys ones, man. Those things look kind of herpaderp too.
Yeah.
Well, at
But
least they didn't look like cartoons.
I will say that I'm impressed with that Monstar.
Yeah.
The Ramen Toys one. I've been super
Well,
impressed with that one as
I've
well.
never seen like Super Sevens except for in pictures, but I have seen their Mumro. I've had that motherfucker sitting right over here, and that is a huge bitch. And if they
Mhm.
make Monstar anywhere near that, he's
Yeah.
gonna that Ramen Toys one's gonna be smoked, dude. Because I did see that
Yeah.
ramen one while we were at BotCon. And
Ash
if they
brings up a
make
certain one too. You guys ever hit the Beast
Mm.
Box stuff?
Oh,
I
I've
remember
seen.
when they first came
Yeah.
out, but
Oh
they
man,
Dude,
that
exploded.
Paul
They
line has
C
exploded
been
like
loves
loaded.
those
pops, man.
things.
I
Yeah.
know.
They're like
Yeah.
reaction
I'm
figures
still
now, and
in
there's
I'm
so
still
many
into
of
it.
them. Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
still into it.
money and space permitting, I'd be on a lot more lines.
Yep.
I'd be in on the NECA Aliens and Predator stuff. I was in on that for a while, and I
Mhm.
abandoned that line. I'd be in on, more vintage stuff. I'd be in on the Gargoyles. I'd be in on Mythics probably, and then,
But how much does space? Because I know mine's a space thing too. How much
Space
does
is
space play into
space.
our end games? That's
For me
another.
personally,
Yes.
as of right now, space plays a huge factor in this.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Like if I get to my end game here, but then we buy a house where I have an extra room or bigger room to put stuff in, do I restart? Do I pick up?
Here's the thing: you actually have a room though right now, right?
Yeah.
I don't. I have a wall behind me that goes to there.
Right.
That's just what I have right now in my apartment.
Right.
We're living in New York. We are planning on buying the house, and then who
Come
knows?
to Florida, they're super cheap, bro.
Ain't nobody fucking living in Florida. Anyway, moving on.
Come to Delaware.
See, Brick, I would do Delaware. My wife would have moved.
Delaware's more expensive, motherfucker.
No, they got no state tax.
No, Delaware. No, they got no state tax. Yeah, it's a whole lot.
Shit,
better
I'm
than
moving
It's
Delaware.
good for
Delaware,
retirees too.
My brother lives in Delaware. Brink lives in Delaware, and it's just like, yo, every time I go to his house, man, I'd be so mad because I'm like,
Dox
yo,
and Brink on national television now, huh?
And that's another thing. It is in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
But hopefully we get this house within the next year or two is what the plan is. Do I see myself getting back into fan toys?
Yeah.
One of the main reasons why I got out was space.
Yeah.
I really loved, don't get me wrong, I loved the Masterpiece figures, but Legends are really, really good. They really are. But I'm not going to delude anybody and tell you I think they're better than a Masterpiece. Because they're not. I had to be realistic with myself. Like, I think it was when I got the Zeta Superion, and it was a complete combiner that big. And then I got the Toy World Constructor box. And I'm like,
where the fuck am I gonna put all these? Yeah.
What am I gonna do? There's like fucking how many more combiners did I want? I want all the combiners. Wait a minute. I need to start to rethink this. So
doing that shit. You stick them on top of a bookshelf and hide them.
So then they went, and that's what funded the Classics collection. That's what for the late tax Classics collection was my fancy money and party money.
Oh, okay.
So there might not ever be an end game, depending. You never know. I have an end game of what I want, but
they could change.
I want to switch line? Like would I want to stay in Legends at that point? Go back to Masterpiece now that I have my whole basement to myself.
Yeah.
See, and that's important. That's important how
change.
you're saying it. People don't get out like you didn't get out, and myself personally, like that's two people I can think of. We didn't get out of Masterpiece because we hated. They didn't outprice us. We didn't hate what they were doing with the figures. We didn't hate their articulation or their paints or the this or the that. It's literally a space thing. If I had the space for it, I wouldn't be selling this. And I'd be 1,000% honest. I probably wouldn't own a single Legends. As nice as they are, they're not Masterpiece.
Same thing.
But they are close enough to Masterpiece at that size. They're smaller than Chug, and they are a lot closer to the Masterpiece than
Chug is.
So
no offense to Chug collectors
at all. I'm not hating on anybody. I don't kink shame people. You're into Chugs, good for you, man. Just don't put them in DTOFs. Like other than that, man, you do.
And then they put out the re-releases of the Insecticons.
That's for you, Chris.
And the Weird Wolf I didn't have. I'm seeing fans always were putting out those re-releases after I bailed to help to fill in some of the characters that I didn't have because I was late to the game, so there was a lot of hunting down of old stuff, a lot of late tax, but I was getting close to catching up with old stuff. And I'll tell you nothing. There's no stress. There's literally no stress ordering Legends. It goes on pre-order, Shozy. It never sells out that quick. I pre-order it. It gets here. Fighting for the fans towards pre-orders at one point was insane. But who knows? Buy the house. My end game might change.
Yeah.
I'm saying that switch up lets us change it all. Could you imagine us coming back here in a year or two? You've gotten your house. We've moved to a bigger house. I mean, you're both in here like, man, we're selling all our Legends, man. Who wants some fucking Legends? We're trying to get back into Masterpiece. If I sold you a Masterpiece, you better sell it back to me for the same price or cheaper. Fan bro, motherfuckers. I don't hear nothing about a markup.
What you need to do is you just need to put feelers out and be like, who's moving from a house to an apartment? Have I got a deal for you?
Right.
We'll just swap collections.
We'll just swap collections. So you can have
Big for fig. Big for fig.
Right.
My new age grip lock for your fan toys grinder. Let's go.
That's right.
That's it.
All righty. Oh, all righty. So I guess we're approaching that time. And
man, this was awesome tonight. This was fun.
It's a long show. We never even hit our second topic.
Right.
Not even getting near. We could still be going on this topic.
We'll get there.
Have patience.
I see what you did there, Brink.
Yeah. Yep. Be patient. We'll be back next week. So yeah. All right, yo. Hey, yo. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, y'all. Hey, make sure you join us next week for another episode of Realmhattan Project. We'll be back next week at 9 p.m. and we will be on time. So let's get ready to wrap up. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Eric Espada. In some, when I catch the live shows, you catch me in the chat squad. I'm on Instagram. I believe it's EE202020. Yeah, so that's where you can find me, and here every Friday night.
Brink, where can we find you?
At Brinkalizer on Instagram, getting a refill of my hot water. And yeah, tune in Monday, ETR. We're gonna have little Christmassy discussion, it seems, on this Monday. So,
All right.
where else? Where else? On Wednesday, I help people put on shows. We have Figure Banging and Shelf Gravy. So I think Shelf Gravy is next week. See what Chan and JD got cooking.
Right. Yeah, last time, but this week was the Figure Banging. So
I'm really enjoying Shelf Gravy. Like it's a really fun show to watch live and interact with. Like Figure Banging and like any kind of review show. Like I can catch the next day. I'm not really missing anything. I watch them when I can because I do get off sometimes. And I like messing with Eric because he tries so hard to keep a straight face, and I'll just say some random shit just so I can mess him up. But like the Shelf Gravy one, like I was being into this again, back into painting or trying to paint and learn how to do that stuff again. It's really cool to interact straight on with JD and Chan and everybody. Just kind of get Mike even pops out with just random like little things that I could try out, and that's one of the reasons why I'm trying like the masking because one of them talked about it on the show and stuff. So.
I
really enjoy it.
I've been noticing you doing a lot. You getting a lot more involved into the whole crafting and customizing. And I truly believe it's a result of Shelf Gravy with what they're doing. They're doing some incredible stuff on Wednesday nights with Shelf Gravy, man. Because I started watching it and I'm just like, maybe I can do some of this stuff myself. I don't have to pay nobody else to do it, or get somebody else or wait for somebody else to do it. So yeah, I truly appreciate.
I'm sorry, I took that off the rail. Brink, you're talking about Shelf Gravy Wednesday night. We're trying to get out of here, and I messed y'all up.
Yeah. So who's next?
Right. I'm sorry, Ricky. What's tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh, we did. Ricky, he really took it off the rails because I thought he gave his outro.
So here on Friday nights, ETR. On Monday nights, right out the box, whenever they decide to do one and it lines up with my work schedule, and pretty much whenever Derek gets a new Voltron, I'm always making sure I'm there for that one. I
Wait till Blitzway do the other joint. Yeah.
If they do the car one, we already know you're not talking about it on here, so I don't even worry about it. So I catch right out the box when I can. We got the Shelf Gravy and Figure Banging flipping back and forth. Just a friendly reminder, because Derek did say it, is next week we are doing another show. It's not going to be the hangout next week. We have some more topics. We're going to talk Brink into coming back and showing us his new body waxing kit that he got.
I am off next Friday.
See, there
you go.
So you can find me in the chat squad, run around talking shit in there, and me and Dormammu trying to make everybody laugh at our stupidity in the chat squads. Or you can catch me and him and Shoki doing our Now You Made It Awkward podcast, or just around. I'm there. Fuck that drop that you just put in there. Like,
please that's don't why get Ricky triggered at the end of the show. Jesus,
that's why the floor is wet.
I'm trying to go.
But other than that, I'll see y'all around, man. I am staying on topic. You're the one putting all the goofy shit in there, Eric. Stop clicking goddamn buttons. Stay on topic was for yourself. You were reminding yourself to stay on topic. All right, so that's it for me. Derek, where are you at, brother? Where are we gonna catch you, man?
You can find me here Friday nights, every Friday night for the Realmhattan Project and for your Rock Hangout. You can also find me on the Right Out the Box show whenever we can get that in. You may also find me in the chat squads bringing the what?
You never warn me, and I always forget that's coming.
You should always.
I should know it's coming.
You should always know it's coming. You should always know it's coming. Anyway,
Stay tuned for a link. There will be a rock hangout tonight.
yes.
Unbroadcasted.
After
I'll be
show.
posting that in a few minutes.
Unbroadcasted
All right.
you for you scaredy cats that have warrants, so you can come on there.
And Brink,
Thank you.
thank you for coming on tonight, man.
Yes,
Hey, you
thanks.
guys are welcome, man.
Thanks, Brink, for
Good talking.
coming on. Hey, fellas, as always, it's a pleasure to hang out with you too, and you, Brink, as well. And shout out to Gort and Wolfie. We will see them next week. Hey guys, it's been a great show.
I definitely want to say thanks to Brink for coming on too, because it's hard being the only pretty person on here, Brink. So I'm glad to be able to share that with you.
Yeah, truly.
It's hard.
I didn't even shave and I'm still.
Peace.
Hit the button, Gort.